Vocal warm-up. 1, 2, 1, 2. Unique New York. Unique New York. Have you got a microphone yet, Jabroni? Yeah. Okay, Jabroni, let's hear you now. That's your vocal warm-up, is it? It's just weird noises. Unique New York. Zagara was denied a bank loan. What? That's just sounding wet now. Nobody wants to hear this. That's gross. You are dangerously good at making like drinking noises without a drink. But yeah, can we hear some vocal? That's not vocal. That is just gross. Like, nobody wants to... We're going to lose viewers. I swear, Jabroni, we're going to lose viewers if you don't say something.
They'll feel good in their ears.
No, this isn't... Is that what ASMR is? Is that what it is?
I think they'll enjoy this.
Anyone that's watching right now, that's just tuning in as we get ready to go live with the second day of Division S here, can you just tell us, if you have ever interacted with ASMR, the new kind of sensation, and that's a good word for it as well, sensation, because it's a sensory experience, as I'm led to believe. But yeah, if you've got any experience with this, is that what it is? Is what Jabroni's doing there, is that actually what you tune it? Because it's meant to be relaxing, isn't it?
But this was just like pretending to eat Chewits or something, isn't it?
You're just pretending to eat up. Look, we lost viewers. I knew it. You horrible, horrible man. Oh my gosh. Are we live? Are we really live? Is this what's happening?
I'm warm.
You're warm. Have we got the... Well, we can put the fan on.
No, as in, you were doing warm-ups.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm warm. I'm warm. I'm ready.
I'm feeling warm.
We're down to 5 minutes. We will be back with you shortly. We're going to be going... if you want to know, by the way, you can type !match into the Twitch chat there, or !div_s. These are the new commands that we've got set up to give us a bit more information. And ultimately, if you want to know where we are, it's !bracket. and that will tell you the brackets. But we're going to be joining you for the quarter and semi-final series tonight, and then we'll hand over to our primary host, Caldor, who will take us into the grand finals. Hopefully with Techer. That's what I've got my fingers and legs crossed for this evening. But as I say, folks, we've got a timer on screen. If you just bear with us as it ticks down, we will be right back. Okay, what's up, everybody? Hello. Jabroni's not even looking, but we are here. My name's Halloween, and as always, to my left is
Jabroni.
Bro. And
bro,
together,
yeah,
that's it. Yeah, because I always wait for you to say
Jabroni
that at the end.
in the HGC Rest in Peace t-shirt. That's what we could say.
That's it, for sure.
Goodbye, HGC.
So we are here hosting from the quarter-finals to the semi-finals, and then we'll hand over to our host at the end for the grand finals. And this is week number 1 of the first ever qualifying series for Division S, the new emerging professional league here at Heroes Lounge. And there's a few commands that I want to get ahead of right at the beginning. If you want to type !match, it'll tell you what series we're currently playing in without having to go to the brackets. If you want to see what the brackets are, type !bracket and you'll be given more information. And finally, if you want to support this, if you think, hey, what's going on? What's going on here? $15,000 isn't enough to give away to these players. We need a bit more than that. Then you can type !div S into the chat and you'll be given a link where to go where you can contribute towards what's happening. So that's great. So without further ado, what I can do is take you over to the overview, and this is what's happening just now. On the left in blue we've got the Memeldor's meme machines, guys who are doing very well in Division 1 of Heroes Lounge at the moment. I think they've got a perfect score, 10 games, 10 wins, no losses. Wow, so very good. However, their opponents tonight, Team Cheese is what I've been calling them. But they are the what does the photographer say? And so the coin flip was done, and they won the coin flip. I think Galen Gunnar was being captain there, PogChamp to him. And he said, right, well, we ban Volskaya Foundry, and got that banned straight away, so the Memeldors won't be able to play on that, the Germans that they are. And then, of course, that's not the right one that's showing his ban. The second ban was by Memeldors, and they banned Sky Temple. And then, what does the photographer say is picked Infernal Shrines. So that's going to be the first map that we're going to be moving to shortly. But if we just have a quick look at those current standings, I mean, this is what I was saying. Memeldor's sitting there with a 10-0 record right now. That's very good. Wow.
For you.
Very good.
Hard to beat.
Do.
You can see why they're taking place while they're going up against these top teams in the Division S, because I mean these are top teams in EU Season 8 Division 1, so
Well, I mean, that being said, if we just get a look at the opponents. I mean, you can't see them there, but the team that they're up against. What does the photographer say? It's got Mackie from Monkey Menagerie, ex HTC professional player. It's got Berghult from Team Sweden, national player. It's got Henning from the Swedish national team as well. Now, Mackie, Henning, Berghult, they've all played in All Hallows Cups tournaments as well, which is sitting above Division 1 as well. So they are they're
stranger?
No stranger, that was the word I was going for, thanks to Bruni. They're no stranger to a very difficult competitive level. And then Galnagunar, who got MVP in the second All Hallows Cup, playing for Team Skogsupor, and has played in 2 All Hallows Cups, he's leading this team. So this is going to be quite an interesting place to be, I would say.
I mean, if you've gone through All Hallows Cup,
yep,
this is going to be a walk in the cake park.
What do you think?
Do you know what I mean?
A walk in the cake park. You called it.
This is going to be... So, do you know what I mean? He'll be sitting there, feet up, feet on the keyboard. Do you know what I mean? Guys, we got this. Do you know what I mean? You know what I mean. So
I never know what you mean, but
yeah.
but it'll be very interesting to see for sure. We're just waiting for our teams to get ready, and then we'll be taking you into the draft for game number 1 of our best of 3 series. Yes, I can point that out for anybody that's just coming in here again. That's what this is. It's a best of 3. All series are a best of 3 during the qualifiers here, and there's some commands. I'm pointing the wrong way. It's this way on screen. There's some commands there. Mm-hmm. If you want to know what's happening with anybody. So there we go. I just see at the bottom of the screen there it's saying Mimeldor's 2-1 against Ryzen Gaming. Ryzen Gaming were the best team that we saw yesterday to come close to beating Coming Through, because Coming Through, you know, that's essentially some of Roll20 and Granite Gaming. So ex-professional HTC players, they just steamrolled yesterday. They did very well. So
they did very much work.
What did they do? They did a lot of work?
They did a lot of work yesterday, is what it felt like.
It did. It did feel like that.
And yeah, it was good to see Rising Gaming bring it to them. Sock it to them a little. But yeah, unfortunately, if you're a Rising Gaming fan, it didn't go their way. But still, interesting to see.
Okay, so as I say, we're just waiting for that all-important draft to start. So for anybody that's just tuning in, because of course this is the beginning of the second day of qualifiers here, you might be unaware of what's going on. So I'll just show you. This is how it's went. The coin flip was won by, what does the photographer say, or Team Cheese, however you want to call them. By the way, ZZZ that's playing on there, that's Schwimpy.
Well, that was the name of his account. That's the name of his alt account, but I'm unsure whether or not. I'm trying to...
I'm just going to find that out.
I'm just having a look through to see if there's a stream, a POV stream of Shrimpy.
Shrimpy! So, basically, what we're saying there, I've got confirmation it is Shrimpy. So it's Yaya from... this is on What Does the Photographer Say. It's Yaya from the Swedish national team, Berghult from the Swedish national team, Mackie, who is from Monkey Menagerie, Schwimpy from Team Fnatic, and then Galnagunnar, who previously was MVP in the second All Hallows Cup for playing for Team Skogsupor. So that is a very Swedish team.
Very.
Swedish. They are going to be having fika after game number 3.
Swedish fika.
Yeah, that's right. So anyway, what we're saying was they won the coin flip, decided to ban Volskaya, then Infernal Shrines was banned. Then Infernal Shrines was picked after Sky Temple was banned. So that is where we're going to be going, to Infernal Shrines very shortly. So let me just get things ready here, and then we'll be ready to get underway. So good stuff.
Yes.
Yes.
Interesting to see who wins out the first game. Now that we know that Shrimpy is on the team, is that going to change any of your background configuration?
No.
No, that's good for the thingies, but yeah, so it won't change any. But now that we know that Shrimpy is on the team, that is insane. That is a massive power boost. I don't know who he was replacing. I didn't see that if he was listed under their team, but I don't know who isn't playing. But I'm gonna Shrimpo.
You're gonna vote Schwimpo.
It's
Thing is,
gonna be difficult.
Death Knight, Sugar Daddy 69. We've got Epic, Zervis from Team Epic, Slake Martin. They're not an unknown team, and like I was saying, they're completely undefeated in Heroes Lounge Division 1 at the moment. Yeah. Absolutely. Sorry, we've got a question there. Yeah.
So yeah,
Fill the negative space
I'm
for
just
me,
saying.
Jabroni.
Well, before
Can you thank whoever just did that
yeah,
as well?
thank you, Squeaky Weeky, Cheeky Breaky. So just the fact that 40% of the team will be ex-professionals on the side, on the red team. I mean, that is a massive. I was gonna go with what does the photographer say, but I just ended up calling them the red team. But just having that alone is quite a massive weapon, a huge meaty weapon, just whapped out and thrown into the mix. And just that alone is kind of making me lean a little. Not that, as you said, I don't want to write Mimildor's machines off, but just seeing the ZZZ sitting there waiting.
This is so funny. Okay, we are ready to get underway in just a moment. Thanks for sticking around as we get this show underway. And Squeaky Weeky, I like that name. That's brilliant. It's a funny name. For clicking follow, you've just been awarded with 10 loyalty points, and for every 10 minutes that you watch the stream, you're awarded a further 10 points. There is the occasional giveaway. There is no giveaways currently happening this weekend, but in future streams, there will be.
Myrmidon saying would be nice if their games would have been casted yesterday. I didn't know that was going on casted. Unfortunately, we weren't assigned to that team to cast, so we couldn't have helped out there. And the games, blah, 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 blah. I guess I need to unsub. Yeah, I mean, well, that's how I was going to fact check if ZZZ was Shrimpy, by having a look and seeing if the lobby was his POV stream, but I can't see any either. So yeah, get that on sub and get subbing to Halloween Heroes, who is bringing you Shrimpy play all day. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just reading from someone in the chats there. Myrmidon Hots is saying it would have been nice if their games were casted yesterday. Also, Schwimpy said he would be streaming the games as he did in your cup, but I guess I need to unsub him. Well, oh my gosh, we've run out of time. We're now in the draft. Let's go. Welcome along. My name's Halloween, and as always, to my left is
Jabroni.
And there we go.
And there we go.
So on the left-hand side in blue is Team Mimildor's Meme Machines, the currently undisputed top of Division 1 Heroes Lounge team. So very good. However, on the left-hand side in red, who have we got?
You have What Does the Photographer Say, which I think people are referring to as cheese. And are you wanting me to rattle off the people in that team?
Not yet.
Okay,
Not
good.
yet.
I thought that's what you were going at, and I was like, okay, I've drawn a blank. But I mean,
oh, you've drawn a blank. You've clearly
there's
drawn a
no
blank.
point in me rattling off. Is there Bergholt? Bergholt's on the team.
No, you don't have to rattle them off. That's what I said.
Okay, good, but
what,
yeah.
What I was going to say.
What are you
Excuse
gonna
me.
say?
Will you let me finish? Okay, I'm finished.
You ain't got the answer, Sway.
What I'm trying to say is, oh my gosh.
What are you trying to say? You know what?
The meta. I was about to talk about the meta, how it shifted, but yeah, I keep getting messages. I got
right. So what you were trying to say was
talk about
Mayev
the meta.
is being banned out again continuously. This is the meta he speaks about of the picks bans. Mayev being banned out is always the case, but this time Diablo has been snapped away as well. Diablo being one of the best tanks in the game on a first pick material, and you don't want to play against him, so just get rid of him. But Tracer, we have seen a resurgence in the pick ban phase, and Tracer has been banned. Just get rid. She can get right in the back line, she can help damage Abdi, and she can be everywhere at once, blinking around the place and then nowhere as well. Brightwing, gone. Gone.
For those of you observant enough, you maybe saw some behind-the-scenes production occurring there, but that's quite funny. I was just helping another caster out there because I'm a kind fellow like that. So one of the things that we've discussed in the past here is Hanzo, 100% participation in the All Hallows Cup, and then we've seen him again, nearly 100% participation across this weekend. The other surprise is Anubarak appears to be meta tank now, and although the developers' commentary was that the Beetle build has been a hard sell, we actually saw it getting utilised yesterday.
Did they lose though? I think they lost.
But it was utilised. I mean, hey, listen, you got to talk about whether or not it gets selected and whether or not it's used, and they did select it and use it, and this is Division S qualifiers, and that was a late series. I mean, I think that was round 3 as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Garrosh being picked up, that tank is back in the meta with
For
full
sure.
force, throwing people, and Tyrant, who has just not been, I think, been in every single draft with these Lunar Flare setups, combinations, and the heals. The soft cleanse that you get 2 charges off is massive. And there you go, as you called it, you've got the Anubarak, who has made it in, he's borrowing in everywhere, doing stuff, and Jaina for this normally Ring of Frost combination. I have seen in the chat, though, mistography, obviously it's a career move, having the tography in your username. The photographer does not say cheese. The photographer says say cheese, and the people getting their picture taken, they're the ones who actually say cheese.
Oh!
So that's actually very interesting. So
yes, they could well be wrong with this then.
So it is say cheese themselves. Thank you for following X-Real 85.
85. 1985 was the name of a song by Sum 41.
Okay,
That's quite good. Was it, or was it Limp Bizkit? Or was it... Oh, that's going to annoy me now.
Right, back to the draft though. Gal Gunner, who we have seen perform massively on Anna, has already got the healer of Tyrande, so says let's ban out this Anna because I know what she can do to people.
Yeah. If you're able to hit it, not everyone can hit those Qs and get those darts into their teammates as quite effectively as Gal Gunner can, but when he's on point, your team's alive.
Very big plays, and the Zeratul, as we see all the time, getting banned out. But that's interesting that it was actually banned by the blue team, who normally use a Zeratul to maybe set up a VP to Ring of Frost combination.
Are we going to be seeing Schwimpy on Mephisto here?
Quite possibly. I'm unsure the role Maki played. I thought he was some range damage, so Mephisto's a bit of a mage, so it is possible that it falls into Schwimpe's repertoire. Leoric being picked up as a solo laner, which is different from any game we casted yesterday where it was URL. And as Makul called in the chat, not banning Chen against Sugar Daddy. We actually see Chen, who I believe got nerfs the other week, but not enough to upset Sugar Daddy. Not enough to stop Sugar Daddy, picking this hero in Chen. And Alex Straza, the MVP for winning the first objective on Infernal Shrines, normally because she has basically an ultimate from the get-go. You know, it's got a few couple 100-second cooldown, but you turn into a dragon during the objective. But who came out last? Hang
on, shush, you've got to fill this in.
I'll fill. Shush. You've got to fill this in.
Fill this in, don't you?
Kerrigan has been picked, and that's by Jai. Jai? Yeah, we'll go with Jai. Kerrigan has been picked, which this used to be the map that you only saw Kerrigan on. Remember, she used to have her only Q build, but Kerrigan coming back, wanting to get into the backline, because if everyone starts linking up for this Alex Straza W, Kerrigan is going to jump in there. So ZZZ is playing the solo laner Leoric, which is quite interesting to see because of how impressive Shrimpy is as a mage, but he is playing Leoric. I guess Leoric does a lot of spell damage, if you think about it, with his Suki, its percentage, so you could maybe argue that some of... I don't know where I'm going with that, but no, it is interesting to see.
Just mumbling for the sake of it.
Yeah, the amount of work that can be done, but this is good. He is filling in, maybe, or he is maybe going to be a permanent member of the team, and he could have learnt from the best. He used to play with Wubby on Fnatic, so maybe this is the new meta. Schwimpy on the solo lane in ZZZ, the username ZZZ at least, but. Draft's looking pretty solid on the left side and the right side. Who do you think is going to win?
I think we are going into game number 1.
Oh, very nice.
My name's Halloween, and to my left, as always, is
Jabroni. And
on the left, we have Memeldors, meme machines. And what we can see here is Martin on Alex Straza, Death Knight leading the tanks way on Anubarak. We've got Slake playing Jaina. We've got Zervis on Hanzo and Sugar Daddy 69 as Chen. Jabroni, can you introduce the other team?
I can, I will. You've got Galnagunar on the Tyrande Jai, on the Kerrigan Mackay playing the Mephisto, ZZZ, which is Shrimpy on the Leoric, and who could forget Bergholt on the Garouche.
Indeed, and let's get a look at those level ones.
Squeaky Week saying Mackay played the solo yesterday though, so this is a change up for the books.
Change up for the books.
Change up for the books, but maybe ZZZ on the Shrimpy says, hey, you can get on the main damage and be on the stream this time.
Now this
Mackay.
is 5-4 because Chen's obviously went in top to get that soak, but he's not revealing that he actually went up there because he's hiding in the bush.
Cool, called it. Well played, me, and well played from everybody here. Very nice, very nice guess. But very nice guess from sorry, I can't see the username, but Alex Straza there using that fiery boy to reveal that there was going to be a gank in the bush. No bush, the gank.
Yeah, so what I got stressed out trying to do there was a bit of production that should have introduced every player for us with what they were, and I tried to do it and it all just failed. So the amount of terrifying effort I tried to put in within a very small amount of time did not work out. Gosh, that's irritating. So whilst the teams all shout at each other, what we'll do is we'll go back to this screen here. Just to remind people that if you want to know what match or what series we're doing, you can type !match in the chat there, or you can type !div_s. And if you oh my gosh, we're back in game, like that, just like that.
They heard Honya say, "Go team, play hard," and that is what they're going to do. They unpause and they are going to go hard to see what happens. It's going to be Leoric in versus Chen in the top lane, as you would have obviously guessed. And I don't know how that interaction goes because, yeah, of course, Chen can drink through the damage, but guess what? You've got a Suki hand, which is maybe why Shrimpy decided I'm going to play the Leoric, and I'm happy to play him, so I'm going to play him, and we're going to do that against Sugar Daddy's Chen.
Sugar Daddy. So, the interesting thing here is this doesn't feel like the same sort of mathematical gameplay that I normally see out of teams. This feels very... like, I don't know.
Ooh,
oh my gosh.
For Death Knight, but good lunar flare coming out from Galnagunner. There goes the heal out, so Death Knight can get aggressive if he wants to, but no further deaths.
I mean, sorry, just to reiterate my point that I was trying to make there, it's almost 2 minutes into the game and neither team has even sniffed at their camp. Oh, but there looks like a gank here on Service. Service is thrown. In comes the lunar flare, predicting where he was going to go, and he is DED dead. Berghull gaining armor as his health falls, and because of Aloon's chosen, he is gaining health. Slake's falling very low, uses a dodge. Oh, but the skull takes him.
Mackay doing all the damage. I did love that Jaina was juking all the ability damage there while trying to remain in the heal. But unfortunately did fall. So yeah, that's 2. You were saying that there's no camps picked up, but guess what? There's 2 deaths, and it's 2 minutes and 37 seconds into the game. So they are going hard, and they must have heard it. Go team, play hard.
Go team, play hard. Called by Honya 2019. That is it. She loves it when teams play hard. Okay, so Zervis taking a little bit of damage there, and
Galnagunners wanted to snipe that healing well, and they get it. They used the camp to snipe the healing well. So the next objective in the mid lane, that's massive.
Developers have commented on that interaction for quite a wee while now. They're trying to remove it from the game, but if you, it's almost impossible to get rid of that. Other than saying that a camp can never ever shoot it, then it's gonna. I don't know how you can remove it like that. Oh, but is Berghull gonna get another throw on Slake? And he succeeds. In comes the damage from Mackay. Galnagunner gets the damage with a lunar flare as well, and DED dead again. They've got a bit of a combo here.
Yeah, Galnagunner is using that. What's it?
Lunar flare?
The D? No, it's the D.
The Hunter's Mark.
Hunter's Mark. Galnagunner's D onto Jaina,
Hunter's Mark.
and that is 1 dead Jaina again. That's what we saw twice. Is the chunk down of health, because you see the Hunter's Mark on their face, and they die, and that is 1 dead Jaina. So that gives shrine control to the Say Cheese.
The Swedes up against the Germans are just taking a bit of a level lead here. Sugar Daddy 69 dodging that lunar flare. I see that we've got an old fan favourite there, Pocahontas Hots from Team Avada Kedavra. In the chat they're saying hello. So yeah, hello to you, Pocahontas. You're currently watching the Swedes get a good advantage. Is there a gank?
There's no gank, but they've obviously given up on the first shrine on this side of Mimaldor's meat machines, so they're just going to get that XP from the top tower just to keep in it. They've got their 7s now. Sugar Daddy gets flipped, but that's who you want to get flipped because he flying kicks out straight away, and that is one alive Chen.
Yeah.
Anybody else in the team apart from a Nubrak, and that could have been dead, but Nubrak says, I'm coming in and I'm going for Galnagunner, but he's running for his life away from this blizzard. He is falling.
Can they get him? Can they get him?
The Lunar Flare did it, but Sugar Daddy gets thrown in the back line to kill Galnagunner. And
I think that was okay. That was a worthy trade. The dragon has been popped, so they're getting full health.
29 as well. This is possibly a doable situation. You lose your Chen, but they lose their
healer.
And with Leoric in the mid lane, I mean, this could be a shrine.
Yeah, but they can race it. Look at this, 31. Yeah, so with 32, they can race it. You see, they're just going to get this by default. Make's AOE damage is just too brutal.
It is just doing bits. What's level 7's been picked up? Sorry, can I have a quick look at that with my own eyes?
wait, I just noticed Honya's clipping our idiotic casting here. This is terrible. Oh no! Okay, so first objective of the game falls on the side of the Swedes. What does the photographer say? She says "say cheese," and it's actually the photography that says cheese.
So it's say cheese. That's
say
what we'll
cheese
run with.
is the team name. That's what
The
we're
big
going
jump goes on to Death Knight, but there's a follow-up combination from Kerrigan with a Lunar Flare and a D from Tyrande. That's one dead tank, and Slake.
Slake.
We've
Where are you
got
getting this
Make,
from?
we've got Slake and Slake.
That's not what it is at all.
Oh, nice dodge by Martin, but he can't escape a Lunar Flare to the dish.
What is this
Ding
damage?
bong.
Bong bong bing ding ding. Right, Warlord's Challenge. We're seeing Durance of Hate, Entomb, Maelstrom, and Starfall, because who needs heals when you're getting this much combos? It is 7 takedowns to 1. John Cena's hopping the wall.
Pull through as
What?
well. This is what exactly happened to a new Barak before. He's not. I don't think
He's not learned. They're like, pause the
We'll
game.
go back.
I need to
We'll
speak with
take-
my team. I need to speak with what? You want me to come back here? Oh my gosh. I need a moment. Do you need a moment? I think people need a moment here. He's just written 1 sec. 1 sec.
So it'll be-
because all he's done is he's thrown his cup of juice at the wall. They're like the Greeks' plates are being smashed. This is outrageous. Oh my word. Right, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. It's 6 minutes into the game, and you've lost part of your wall heading towards the keep.
possible lag issue, and because
Well, no,
I
the
don't
thing
think
is-
you'd get caught out by that twice.
Do you know, typically, if folk go, right, dive in, everyone says, what are you talking about? It's an Anubarak, he's just going to burrow out. But the thing is, he was stun locked to such a capacity that he couldn't burrow out.
Starting with the John Cena jump. Yeah, but that happened twice. Anubarak spawned, got aggroed the jump. Anubarak aggroed the jump, died from follow-up CC that they focused him with.
Yeah.
And then he spawned, came back to aggro the jump again, this time at a keep, and it happened at the exact
Can
same
I just
time.
point out as well, how cool is Barco Polo? Barco Polo, look at him barking away there. Oh my god!
No.
Death Knight, stun! How is he able to predict like that? Galnagunner is on point.
And
Like he never throws it at where they are or really far away. He predicts somewhere on their path that they're going to go, and it lands.
I
Dunk,
think
right
we
on the
can
dish.
see- we
Look
can
at
see
that!
why,
Hit an owl.
But you see why Leoric was maybe played by why the solo laner was played by Shrimpy this time is
Yeah.
they're probably just trading it out, saying you can play solo lane this time because it's boring. All I've done is double soak and not died. While you guys have been in the 4-man do bits. The throw goes out on to Anubarak, but he gets away with the burrow. The Wandering Keg is going out and is pushing Jai away from his team.
Oh!
And the Dragon's arrow hits him in the face, and that's one dead Kerrigan.
Kerrigan has gone somewhere else because she's now dead. Anyway, Shwimpy gets the Entomb.
On to Slake, but he is falling super low, and there goes your Anubarak getting 3-man
It's
burrow
Slake!
charge.
It's not Slacky. Where
They
are
throw
you
Sugar
getting
Daddy
this?
over, but he can drink and he can jump back over. So that is a 2-for-0 trade. That is
Yeah.
massive for the team of Mimaldor's Mean Machines. That is getting them back in the game. They still need this level 13s, but they're going to try and take the camps on the right-hand side, steal it away from the red team, and get this juicy XP that they're so needing after.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to bring up before this team fight, was how much XP Shwimpy was getting. But oh my god, look at this damage.
Dragon has been popped, so everybody should remain relatively healthy. The Grosh has used his own self-cleanse to try and get out of there, but he is not going to manage. He has fallen super low, and with a Sugar Daddy jumping on your dish, you are dead as well. So the Dragon does go down, but you have got another kill. You are 4 to 8 in kills. You're back in the game, and you get the healing well. So now no team has a healing well on the middle lane.
This is good. I mean, I thought the Germans were falling quite far behind, but in comes a
again?
flank.
Mackie.
Main tank on flank, or off tank on flank, as it were. In comes the arrow.
It goes
swing and a miss.
Yeah, Lunar Flare. Sorry, Tyrande has been set in the cocoon for the entire duration. ZZZ's taking a lot of damage and does use the Entomb to maybe even get out there and prolong his life.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a lot of cooldowns again. So you won't have Dragon's Arrow, and you only have Lifebinder on the Alexstrasza for the shrine that's activating right now. While 30 seconds away, you've got yourself a Leoric's Entomb. You know, everyone else has their abilities.
Now, the only thing I would say here is this altar phase, this Guardian phase, is actually Arcane Punisher. Now, an Arcane Punisher, statistically, the strongest of the 3 Punishers, because it's good for zoning enemies during a team fight, as well as pushing the lane. So you don't want to give this away freely when they've got a level advantage and a structural advantage. But looks like they're gonna. Oh wait, what's going on here? Bergholt trying to tell Sugar Daddy to back off?
It looks like they're gonna. They did manage to get their level 13s, but they obviously realise it's too low. It's too long of a rotation. Yeah, too late and too long of a rotation.
For Slacky, it's definitely Slake. There's no way there's any other way to say that. Mackie and Slacky. That's just ridiculous.
It's Slacky. I think it is definitely Slacky. But we'll find out maybe if they can, or somebody who knows them can let us know. But yeah. The Arcane Punisher has been picked up and is marching down the middle lane. Will Nubrak want to aggro this? Because you saw what happened last time twice actually, with the John Cena jump. So Death Knight's not even going for it. Death Knight's just saying, we've lost our fort. It doesn't matter. It'll get to 70% health, hopefully by the time it jumps over the wall and we can do stuff.
This is the age-old battle of Sweden v Germany.
And it goes Kerrigan again, the Lunar Flare again, but it looks like Anubrak's going to get out with his life, thankfully, and the Wandering Keg in the backline is
Death Knight goes straight back in on Yaya. Yaya going to take some damage, the Dragon's Arrow comes out.
Sugar Daddy's fallen super low though, he's trying to get out, but no, Kerrigan has managed to kill him off. The Ice Block has come out from Jaina, but she will fall as well, while Kerrigan's just jiving, jibbing and jobbing. And
there is a jib and a job happening here.
Servas manages to stay alive for only a couple more seconds and dies. Death Knight does not fall during that push from the
he was the first
there.
one to go. Like, he should have died first, but he's made it, you know. Shout out to B-Store in the chat there, who's saying good banter is always chaps, but we need more cat invasions. That's not going to happen tonight. Oh my gosh.
Oh my damn.
Oh my damn.
So that is the first keep of the game, and that is 11 minutes into the match. Level 16's picked up as well by the Say Cheese Boys.
Say Cheese Boys.
Say Cheese Boys, and this will be quite difficult to come back on, but you did see the resurgence Memeldor's Mean Machines did make, and they got 4 kills.
They just need a reminder, and then they'll come back into action. That's what they do. They think they're still there, but they're obviously long gone.
So nice plays there from Memeldor's Mean Machines. They knew.
Oh, they're trying. They're trying. If they can catch Mackie here, that'll be massive for them. Sugar Daddy's in. Pop the ult to ensure that he doesn't get away. He's using his teleport, but he'll come back to where the blizzard is. There he is, and goes the weasel.
Very nice. And the entire team from Say Cheese knew that was one dead Mephistos, so they just left him to die and took bottom lane, buttered it for the next objective. So that is maybe even a good trade. You do get the XP back.
As long as they don't lose their keep. I mean, if Zervis allows this Fallen Shaman camp to take their keep, then that was not a good trade. But I think that's okay at the moment.
It is unhealthy, and with those catapult pressures, periodic catapults, it will be very interesting. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, Teddy Feist, the #1 Gazlo EU, has pointed out in the chat there that did the Memeldor's Meme Machines have to forfeit their playoff game so that they can participate in Division S? I'm not sure, but it would be a crying shame if they were thrown out of Division 1 purely because they're rocking up Division S.
No, I think you've misread. I think the draw was being done, and Memeldor's Meme Machines are obviously playing right now, so they can't watch the draw to see where they are.
Well, let us know, Teddy Feist, because obviously we can't watch the draw match either. We're here casting and producing. Oh, the invade has happened. Blizzard taking good damage there, but Schwimpy in bottom lane rotating round. Mackey's already there. Bergholt's waiting, biding his time.
Mephisto's such a great hero for this map. Just being able to go in and do all that aggro. Oh, Chen is being taunted, but the Lifebinder goes out and it gets him back to full health.
Huge, massive,
Dragon's
colossal.
Arrow has gone down and it hit Abadi and the Wandering Keg is causing a lot of issues for Galnagunner, who's now running away with less than half health. Nobody died, and there's Kerrigan and Entomb. That's Kerrigan's weird Maelstrom and Entomb. They're the only two ultis that weren't used, but that is Lifebinder value. Everything, including the taunt, was used on the Chen. The Lifebinder kept him alive.
Lifebinder's massive. I mean, you know, when that hero first came out, Alex Straza, everybody took Cleansing Flame.
Oh no,
Kerrigan!
Yeah.
See ya!
That is one. Now they're getting a taste of their own medicine, but Death Knight has been tossed. That is one salad gone, and it looks like Jaina will be the next focus. Though she does use the Ring of Frost very well, Mackey can follow her down with this.
Oh, Entomb coming in from Schwimpy. Sugar Daddy trying to get some damage back on Leoric, but Martin falls. Now he's running for his life. He's decided that this was not a good place to be, and like two trailer park girls, he's going round the outside, round the outside.
Sugar Daddy has Wandering Keg in 5 seconds, and it looks like the call for Say Cheese is to go straight for core, but with 10 seconds before a noob comes up with Cocoon, Water Elemental, everything will be up for the blue team. Will they be able to stop this? As I said, Sugar Daddy can now Wandering Keg knock them away. This is more abilities that have been knocked, stopped, and loaded.
He's done it. He's saved the core.
Stopped it. So he has
mission accomplished.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. So very nicely done. But level 20 is just around the corner for Say Cheese. So this is gonna be interesting to see. I mean, Say Cheese had, they had phone a friend or whatever you called it in back in the days of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. They had those lifelines in that, hey, if we don't get the core down to 0 health, we can still go and take the objective because we have level 20 advantage. And there we go. Barakalt flips the Anubrak into the Lunar Flare, as well as Kerrigan throwing out every bit of
Look at
combination.
that. I mean, the Starfall zoning absolutely everybody here. So their only option is to retreat at this stage.
ZZZ falling really low to the Hanzo damage and says, I actually don't fancy this myself, but it is a Leoric, so that is the one person you would want to die.
Oh my words, Galnagunner.
Buried Alive 3! Man, Buried Alive with Mackey putting out so much damage. The Lifebinder does go out, but guess what? You don't have any health either.
That was the best, absolutely best Buried Alive I have ever seen. Death Knight calling GG straight away as 3 members of his team were just executed in front of him like a firing squad. Oh
Sugar
my
Daddy
word.
falls on the Chen as well, but my days, that was a massive
finish! What a finish!
Massive.
What was it?
That was a massive Buried Alive from the Leoric, getting 3 people. I know that there was already 2 people dead, and it was past level 20, and that was most likely GG anyway. Of course, it would have been GG. They hadn't really slipped up before. But seeing a Buried Alive come, the Leoric was like, I've got so little health, I'm retreating. Guess what? You're Buried Alive now.
That was horrendous. Let's get a look at the statistics. My word.
Is anything jumping out at you immediately? Tell me.
The only thing that immediately jumps out to me is that Zervis didn't get any kills, and perhaps they were needing him to. The other thing is that this is the talents, and it's got to be noted that Tyrande took Starfall over the Shadowstalk, and look at that level 20. Increase attack speed, go for even more damage, because and the attack speed also therefore brings your healing on cooldown quicker, so that you can do more heals.
Especially with the Starfall hitting people, so you're getting heals and more
heals. As long as you got
as
mana,
in
you're
cooldown.
healing
So
everybody.
yeah, very nice.
21 takedowns to 6. That's what we're looking at there.
That seems to be Tyranda's main build that we see. Basically. I think the only thing that some people can change is maybe the spell damage, but as they say in these higher ranking games, the soft cleanse and 2 charges of it, I mean, that's just invaluable.
So what we're looking at here is what does the photographer say, or Team Say Cheese, because that's what's been pointed out to us in the chat there. They obviously win that round, as well as picking the map. So that puts the advantage over to Memeldor's Meme Machines. And they get the choice of either first pick on the draft, or the choice of map selection. They've opted for map choice. And it looks to me like they have selected that we go to Battlefield of Eternity.
Battlefield of Eternity, a 2-lane map where fighting is on the cards because you've got to fight to defend that objective. You've got to fight it. If you fall behind, I mean, what else? It's got to be a game where you got to fight. It's got to be a map where you got to fight it. But the fact that Memeldor's Meme Machines picked it, it must mean that they have something up their sleeve, ready, sleight of hand. You know, that kind of stuff.
Sleight of hand. That was me checking up my sleeve.
And
There's nothing there. There's nothing there. But hey, listen, just a reminder for anybody thinking, but this is a little unfair. If you have a look at the standings, top of Division 1 right now, Memeldor's Meme Machines did not lose a single series. So they're looking pretty strong. Pole position, as it were. If any team was going to do well up against these guys, it was them. You know what I mean? But wow.
They had a resurgence. You can't deny that they did have a resurgence in that. It was 8 kills and they turned it around to 4 kills to 8, and it was a bit of a doozy, but unfortunately it didn't go their way. It was just the setup from the Kerrigan following up on every bit of CC that was put out. It was the garrosh throw, lunar flare, Kerrigan combo, and at that point you're just like, guys, I can't get out of here.
Do you know what? You can see right at the bottom of the screen right now, it's saying Memeldor's Meme Machines won 2-0 against Donar Fedoras, which are like Heroes Lounge veterans, been around for a very long time. They've not been losing. They've been doing very well. And do you know what? There was a couple of points there where they were doing very well in the team fights.
But what I was saying was the fact that you've got 2 ex-pro players and everyone's very higher level ranking, okay? So I'm not trying to say that these people there's more talent than others or anything. Everybody is very talented in this lobby.
Sure.
But having 2 people who have scrimmed daily and played daily and I mean, you've got Shrimpy who's played on on the stage at BlizzCon. Do you know what I mean? Like these people alone are just.
Shwimpy is a multiple time over BlizzCon player, I believe.
So it's just huge. It's like it must just be such a boost knowing that. I don't know, but I don't know. It was just crazy. I've never seen that happen to an Anubrak of all people, where they're like, "I'll get the bait and I'll borrow away," and guess what? Done. So,
done.
Yeah.
I've got to hit that for it to work, and that's what my mistake was.
That's what it was.
I've figured it out now. So I have. So what I'll do is I'll update it to this. And now it'll work this time, I think.
Very nice. Do you want to turn your mic back on to tell everybody? Because they'll just think that I'm speaking to myself.
No, I have. My mic's been on the whole time. The whole time. That's right. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, just a quick reminder for you there. We are going into game number 2 of our best of 3 series here in the quarter-finals of the first weekend qualifiers for Division S. And what we have is Memeldor's Meme Machines, the Germans that have possibly an inappropriate team logo, against What Does the Photographer Say, which is an entirely Swedish team made of 3 members of the Swedish national team and 2 pro players, which was Schwempe from ex-Team Fnatic and Make from Monkey Menagerie, and then Gal Nagunar, who isn't actually a professional player, but we would probably regard him as the closest thing to it, having been most valuable player in the All Hallows Cup 2. So championship, and he won the All Hallows Cup on that team. Actually, not just MVP, won the cup. So very, very good player.
So you could argue that he's even more talented. No, not more talented. Sorry, he's got more commendations than anybody else on the team. I mean,
no, I'm not going to. No.
You could have won a clash. You could, yes. No. But have you won the All Hallows Cup? This is where
the All Hallows Cup's totally valid. But what I'm saying is, Schwimpy obviously won the mid-season brawl. Mm-hmm. So he's got the MSB Cup under his belt. Schwimpy's got one of them. Fair play.
It was one of the clashes or the brawls, and they didn't get a Nexagon for it, which I was very upset with.
They did.
I'm sure they didn't.
Schwimpy.
Sure.
An actual cup?
No. As in game, everywhere, every other person who won an event seemed to get one of like a
the
Nexagon.
mounts.
Yeah, but they never got one for Fnatic, and It's upsetting because remember the days of the Fnatic boy band. Everybody wanted
the Quack Street Boys.
Everybody
the Quack Street
was
Boys.
wanting in on that.
Folk were still tweeting the guys that were playing on main tank on flank during the third All Hallows Cup because they participated in that. They were saying, if you guys win, can you do a Quack Street Boys album cover? And I was like, brilliant. But Quack obviously wouldn't be on the band, like, because he's not in the band anymore. He's trying to take up casting. But it'd be amazing to see, you know.
Very.
A Quack Street Boys band. They'll be participating in the next All Hallows Cup once that runs, but I don't think there's going to be one in February. I said to all the teams that participated in the last one that there would be one, and I don't think there's going to be one. By the way, if I forget, can somebody in the chat remind us before we close off today's show? To discuss the up and coming potential live league that goes into a tournament with a live offline event. With a €13,000 prize pool for, what's it called, the Masters Clash. That's it, the Masters Clash. Remind me in chat to discuss this because I've got some inside information and I'd like to clarify a few points because there's been some kind of, not upset, but some precautionary discussion on Twitter recently saying that people shouldn't be supporting this, but I'd like to explain something. We're seeing Diablo. Meta, biggest biceps in the game, Lord of Terror.
Diablo has
Abathur.
gone same ban from the first map where Seichi's banned out the Diablo. They obviously don't fancy playing against him and don't fancy playing him, and the Abathur as well, because you don't want to go against the solo support Abathur where we see this kind of cheese. You know, if you get Shrimpy on that Samuro, who somebody in chat had mentioned he played yesterday with an Abahat or whatever, you can actually say cheese to this map. So yeah, very, very good ban if you ask me. He can soak while everyone else is fighting over a mid objective, and he can be there with a top hat.
I'm so conscious of drinking this now. This is like the third time I've done this, but you guys, oh my gosh, Honya, we will pay you, by the way. If you want to come and correct us and do the producer stuff that you used to do for us, we will. Just don't worry about it. All right, there's Tyrande, meta ban. They're getting rid of Galnagunar's pick there, target ban.
And Maiev, I don't know if you mentioned that, but Maiev has always been banned in these drafts. That chains or whatever, umbral bind or whatever it's called, is just too strong, as well as the setup of Warden's Cage as a kind of wombo combo, or the kind of cocoony type of ultimate, which is, you know, puts them into that weird state where they can't see anything. But Ming has been left open. It would be interesting to see, or will be, sorry, interesting to see who plays this. You would guess it would be Shrimpy because, yeah, this is a guy who has made his name on this hero, Lei Ming.
What, you think Shrimpy's going to be playing Lei Ming?
I'd hope so, because it's a sight to see watching Shrimpy play this Lei Ming. But Garrosh has been snatched away by Memeldor's meme machines. They're obviously happy playing him and they don't want to play against him again because the throw into CC chain combination was massive, and the Hanzo, who, although he has gone through AA, he's gone through Q builds, he most likely can and will, or kind of, go into the W on this map, which allows the burn down of the Immortal. That's what you used to be picked for. He used to just chunk that thing down that you couldn't even race it.
So Galnagunar on Ana, though, eh? That's going to be something to watch.
Galnagunar on Ana, this is the hero that we get to see. This is what we were hoping to see before, because Ana has been in the hands of Galnagunar a horrible hero to play against. The sleeps come out, the nano boost is hit, and it all goes off. And you've got a Lei Ming who's going to be nano boosted. I mean, whoa, okay. The Raynor has been banned by Memeldor's meme machines.
Raynor gives you enough range to get to Shrimpy as he's moving about. So, and potentially Ana as well. But Ana will be real far back. I mean, Ming will be coming in with Calamity and Wave of Force. But I don't think Ana at any point will risk that kind of aggressive positioning. So I think Raynor's valid for this sort of thing.
Yes.
Genji getting banned there.
So this is the normal. I mean, if you take a look at the top right of your screen, that is the normal bans you'd see throughout a ban phase. Genji, Maiev, and Diablo. So no surprises there. But yeah, the Raynor getting banned out, it means you can't get this AA person chunking away at the Immortal, even though you've got your Ming, who's a mage. So yeah, a nice ban. And I don't know who we're going to see here. I'm assuming it's... No, it doesn't have to be either.
Dahaka changes up on us. So that's Sugar Daddy 69 going to be playing the Dahaka. and presumably Martin on the Karazib, the monk.
So
the
they've
monk.
shown their hand that they're going for a solo support monk, or are they? That might be the oldest bluff in the book, that they've got themselves a monk, and you're like, oh, they're going for a monk. We can maybe go for some poison spread damage and really make it struggle.
So, Slacky is the last one of it. It's not Slacky, it's Slake. Arthas and Alarak.
There we go. So that's it. You've showed your hand that you've got a Karazim. What do you take? You take an Alarak who can absolutely disrupt and stop you from healing with a silence, and you go for an Arthas who is going to start causing problems for the Garrosh who's melee, the Dahaka who wants to be in the front lines, and the Karazim who wants to be in the front line. So very interesting.
This is going to be a mage here, you would think. But is it going to be Jaina again? Slake on Jaina again?
It's going to be Phoenix.
All right.
So it's going to be a Phoenix. So
who do you back and why here then, Gibran?
I think it's got to go with, say, Cheese. I mean, of course you've got the Galna Gunner on Anna mixed with the Laming from Shrimpy, which is huge, but their last two picks into the Karazim support, I think, has sold it for me, and I've got to go with, say, Cheese, because Arthas is just going to do bits to a Karazim, and it's going to be very hard to heal all this damage. So what do you say?
I think this could largely come down to Galnagunar's amazing healing, saving Shwimpy, and Shwimpy will, as soon as he gets the resets, wipe the entire team. So, really, the Germans have got their work cut out for them. I'd like to see them do this, and let's see if Zervis can get an amazingly timed purification salvo and take out Ming and Anna, and the rest of his team should be able to deal with Alarak. So it could go either way, but I just think the talent that is behind Shwimpy could be enough to sway the whole thing.
I mean, the Alarak, the person who played Kerrigan last game, I'm sure it was Jai, and you can see how well that player performs on these melee assassins. So it's going to be big.
Okay, so here we go. Jabroni, would you like to introduce the Memeldors? Meme machines.
Oh, I will. On the left-hand side, you have Martin on the Karazim. You have Sugar Daddy on the Dahaka. You have Death Knight on Garrosh. You have Slake on the Hanzo. And you have Zervas on the Phoenix. On the right-hand side, though, is Say Cheese. And they are...
Galnagunnar on Anna. Sorry, I was trying to do this thing and it's just not working for me at all. It's Galnagunnar on Anna. It's Yaya on Alarak. Shwimpy on Lei Ming. We've got Berghult there. Who's Berghult on? That's Muradin. And we've got Make playing Arthas. Who could forget that? And let's get a look at those level 1 talents.
So you've got the AA, and I've got a big bar for your Yeed on Phoenix. Quite interesting. And you've got the Redemption on Hanzo, so that's going to AA.
Do you know what's interesting? Right, so Perfect Storm, you would take this thinking, I'm wanting to deal maximum amount of damage. Muradin DPS, you know what I mean? But you would only take that if you weren't going to be the only tank here. But I think he's just thinking, Galnagunnar's going to heal me so much that I don't need Third Wind.
And the damage that anyone in this team can put out with the increased damage is just going to be harder and harder for Martin to heal, I believe.
It's gonna be interesting. We'll see how that goes. I'd like to see how many stacks Berghult can get in the end, by the end of the game. You know what I mean?
And the sadism that could be coming off of the Alarak is going to be an interesting
Redemption. Now that's Smexy. I was trying to get his name right there. Smexy was arguing that you can go just the traditional Q rather than Redemption because you don't have to worry about your deaths. But you have to rotate lanes, and this is a big map to rotate those lanes between, but I mean you would get it about halfway through the game, I would say, if not before, if you just do one deliberate rotation. But they probably can't afford that rotation, so okay, it makes sense. He's went but Berghult's in and then he's out.
That's the guy that you do want to get tossed over, but Jai pulls in the Slake man himself.
It's Slake
with Shrimpy throwing out the orb as well. Slake has to jump out of there for his life. But Jai on the Alarak, I think, is going to cause so much problems.
When we first started casting, right, like years ago, you were going on about ECT, right? See, I'm still triggered by this. You were going on about ECT, and you were saying it with such ease without thinking about it so many times that folk were getting triggered. Death Knight taking a huge orb to the face there, putting him down to 25% health. But anyway, you used to say that, and it used to trigger our audience. And I used to find it funny, but now I'm starting to feel that with Slake.
Slake, 'cause you've got Matt, you've got Slake, but you keep calling him Jaja.
Yeah, no, but that's how you pronounce it in Swedish, because J's are a Y.
Apparently somebody in the chat before corrected you.
Yeah?
Going, why are you calling him Jaja?
I never called him Jaja.
I'm gonna, right at the beginning of this game, you're like, you are Jaja on the Alurak. Like,
no, oh my gosh, did I say that? I didn't mean to.
Jaja. But yeah, the Alurak here, his bread and butter is silencing people. And guess what? You've got to get out of there as a Phoenix without getting silenced if you want to teleport. And you have to try and heal people and get in if you're a Karazim. So it's just going to be...
If you're Swedish and you go to the shop, you would buy mjölk. It's right? You just throw a random J in there. It's mjölk, right? And if you've got J-I-A, it must be Yaya.
Jaya, if anything.
Yaya, because you wouldn't pronounce the J. Or Yai, if anything.
I'm going with the Twitch chat who corrected you, who's probably a friend of Jaija, if that's what
It's not Jai. I never once said Jaija.
Jaija.
It's Jaija. But what we can point out to the audience here is, of course, the team Say Cheese did not pick up their fallen shaman camp. So they have a camp pushing bottom, which they can't deal with, or else they'll lose their race. So this is bad news for the Monkey Menagerie team here on the right in red in Sweden. But on the left in blue in Germany, they have an advantage here.
They do, but the aggression has come straight out, and now goes a route onto Zervis. He has no shields left, and Make is getting chunked by the Redemption Hanzo, so has to leave on that Arthas. They have managed to push them back, but yeah, as you said, it's actually an unhealthy on both sides. Ming is doing the damage on the right hand side. Dahaka does bore into the back line, but he gets slept by Gal the Gunner. He does get the tongue out on to Make, but there is no follow-up damage, unfortunately. Service gets pulled into the stand, and there goes Ming, get the combo, get the resets, and Death Knight is falling low, and Death Knight dies, and the Ming resets are going more.
Ming is having a disco time right now. Oh, and he I was going to say he dodges the orb and the missiles, but he does not dodge Berghalt's massively powered Stormbolt. Martin's thinking, do I want to go in there? He's rethinking his life's choices.
So yeah, level 7 picked up. Are you going to show everybody at home those talents?
No! Okay, I will.
Shrimpy does get stunned out, getting pinged for...
He's getting pinged for that mistake. Shwimpy, professional player getting stunned. Ooh.
Shrimpy going into the full Calamity, blinking, do
So
the
that's
damage,
what I was saying. She'll
dominance
come in, but it's the Ana that won't. So that's why they were looking for that optical extra range with Arena. But Yaya is chasing Martin to the end of the earth, and Death Knight's waiting for an opportunity to block and throw.
Or just giving him a jump target.
Oh, you talk about what, Willis?
Just giving him a jump target. That's
You're going to go say Slacky again? Come on now.
So you've got Arthas fighting away with Dahaka in the bottom lane, doing their thing.
Oh, in comes
Bergholt.
Bergholt. I think he was thrown in rather than...
That orb hit Slacky in the bottom left-hand corner, and he's had to get healed back up, but it's only half health before he can go back in. Zervis is super low and no shield.
They're going to have to give this. So they give it, and it's now going to push towards the peak wall, which is not good news for the Germans here.
And yeah, like how do you stop this attack? Because as you get closer and closer, so do the red team, and you know what happens with an objective pushing. You can die. Sugar Daddy actually borrowed it in for an aggressive gank, but the red team sniffed it out.
Oh, but has Shwimpy? Oh, his team's sticking close to him here.
It's a Lei Ming, hard to kill with a blink like
Look
a
at
Lei
that,
Ming.
Wonder William.
Nice, very good. Another stack for Bergholt and Slacker giving chase. Gal the Gunner has gone for the heal, but the actual sleep dart has been dodged, and the blue team are trying to get a fight before level 10, and it's working. They've managed to bait the team in, but the Haka is...
Ooh, and he goes down. Not so good. Gonna try and get out of there. Thanks for following there, Alashka. 1, 2, 3, and what's the next number? 4. There we go. Slake. Oh! 2
dead and maybe more. No, that's all we're going to get. This looks like the team on the red team. Of course, they're going to have thought about it more than me and you. But everything has been tailor-made. Every hero they have picked is perfect. You have a hero like Dahaka who's got essence.
Yep.
Well, guess what? Galna Gunner went Anna, and he's going to throw a grenade who stops you healing half your essence. So even though you're like, I can stay alive for as long as I want, no, you can't. Because
not just that, but did you just witness a minute ago there, Schwimpy threw a max range orb at Hanzo, and it very, very, very close to half health them in one shot. Half health, one shot. Now that is the benefit of Power Hungry. When you gain a globe, I think it's 25% additional spell power. I'm just going to clarify that because I'm saying it now and I don't think that sounds right. It's 10%, 100% more mana and 10% spell power for 20 seconds. That's where the 20 came from, 20 seconds. Anyway, so you get that extra 10% mana, but now, 10% spell power, but now with this, an additional 30% spell power on top of that.
Humongous damage can be done by
if that stacks on top of the 10% that you've already got, then can you imagine the damage you're going to get from a max range orb off a Ming?
And this is where this map can spiral out of control. Level 10 is so far away. I know it's not that far, but so far away, but so close.
It might as well be the end of the earth.
Yeah, and look, they can't even step up to damage an immortal. So this is going to be 10 minutes. Under 10 minutes, it's going to be marching on keep because there's no fort in the bottom lane. Make was feeling so confident. He was actually pushing in so deep into the top portion of the map.
So that's level 10's but now been picked up. We have Wave 1,000 Fists, we've got the Dragon's Arrow, Purification Salvo, Warlord's Challenge, and the Isolation from Dahaka. And on the opposing side, which we haven't discussed yet, we've got Army of the Dead, Nano Boost, Avatar, Wave of Force, and Counter Strike. I don't think this game will go as long as level 20, but had it, I'd wonder if Yaya would take the Deadly Charge.
We do see people set up, but that's normally, because with an Halarak you can just be spiraling games out of control, and we do see the Deadly Charge into the Counter-Strike, and it's massive. I love seeing it. But yeah, this is a very healthy immortal. Zervas and Slackhate are having to try and put the damage out, but it's so difficult when there's a Jaya.
Purification Salvo coming out, followed by the Dragon's Arrow, giving reasonable damage there, but unfortunately their tank has died.
The Isolation has gone out onto the Alarak, but there is just not enough damage or
huge
healing.
Escape, huge escape by Martin there. Well done, Martin.
The healing is going crazy, so everybody on the side of the red team is still alive thanks to Galna Gunner doing his thing. And
look at him. They can't. I mean, they had.
The sleep guard.
Oh,
wow.
See it. Reset City incoming.
Set up from the sleep dart into everything else. Very nicely done, and that is Hanzo dead as the defender. Garrosh has popped his unstoppable and the Warlord Challenge, but they just kill him, they melt him down. Zervis now, the focus, he gets silenced by the Alarak.
Oh, can they get Schwimpy? Martin does, and I think that is just a kill for pride at this stage, because it's 11 takedowns to 1.
Good play by Sugar Daddy to burrow away from the Muradin. I don't think there's anything you can do here, though.
25% and falling.
And 10, I mean, you've got poison damage as well. This is just GG.
And with that, it is GG. Wow. So, it looks like the Memeldor's meme machines are out of the qualifiers. They do not progress. They do not proceed. They go straight to jail. Do not pass go. Do not collect 200.
Money. Wow.
That's it.
That
so
is a reference.
They're going to go. It was too long of a reference. So they're not going to proceed. But that means that team. What does the photographer say? Pushes on.
Say cheese.
Team Say Cheese. It's easier to say that, really, isn't it? Also, what we can do is, for those of you that really care about this sort of thing, what we can do is just show you what the outcome of that was here as well. That was the map selection and choices and maps and wins, and as you can see, that's how it rolled out. And we can now show you those talent choices as well.
Didn't even get to level 13 for Memeldor's meme machines, unfortunately for them.
Yeah.
But it, like I said, it feels like if you look at that composition, it feels like the Say Cheese team, the red team, just kind of they knew what they were doing. It's almost as if the Karazim getting picked played the hand of Memeldor's Mean Machines too early. And believe me, I'm not criticising because these people are way better than I am.
Okay, you can keep explaining this, Jabroni, but what we need to do is go to a quick break screen as we prepare to go on to the next series. So if you just bear with us, ladies and gentlemen, we will be right back. Okay, you can carry on with your point, though, before I cut us off for a mute.
What was I saying? It was just the composition was too strong, and showing the Karazim and the second last pick or whatever, you knew that there was already going to be healer. You knew that was going to be the solo healer, so you could go in with the Arthas and with the Alarak, and you could just do damage, and more damage that couldn't be healed, as you saw with the Hanzor's health getting half health. So very nicely played, very nicely drafted, and GG's.
Indeed, indeed. Okay, we'll be right back with you shortly, people. Okay, that should be the microphones back on. Welcome along, ladies and gentlemen. My name's Halloween, and to my left, as always, is...
Jabroni.
There we go, and we're your casters here for this evening. We've just concluded the quarter-finals there, with congratulations going out to the Swedish team of What Does the Photographer Say, which is...
Say cheese.
That's right, it's not actually cheese, although their logo is a cheese, as we've discovered. But what we're saying is that the winner of that series goes on to the semi-finals, which we are going to cast shortly. However, it looks like the lower bracket game, which is currently going on between...
Looking for Team 4 Div S and coming through.
And the hot favourite is coming through purely because I don't think they lost a single series yesterday when Jabroni and I were casting them. And they had... what was it now? They've got 2 members of Roll20 plus a member of Granite Gaming, so a lot of HGC professional talent there. So they're doing very well as they steamrolled over their opponents. However, they've just lost a game, I believe.
They have. It's 1-1 in the series right now.
So, with it being 1-1, we don't know who the team is that's going to go up against. What does the photographer say? So it looks like we're going to have to wait possibly another 15-20 minutes before we can answer that question and move into the next series. So what we're going to do is we are going to go to a short break, and we will be back in about 15 minutes time to get the show on the road. So if you bear with us, ladies and gentlemen, thanks very much. Whilst we've got a minute here, I might as well show this to you guys. Everybody likes watching stuff like this, so let's get a look at this. What have we got? What have we got? To get... Hey, by the way, I love that I'm showing this on stream right now, just to retain our audience before we lose everybody as we're waiting between the next round. The first loot chest I roll, and this is what I get. Well, we might as well save that to the end, so let's get a look. Yeah, basic one. Yeah, happy with that. Let's see what this is. I don't have that one. Always good, always good. But what is this going to be? Hero, mount, skin, spray? I don't think you get sprays or skins.
Material Judgment Charger, calling it now.
Okay, let's get a look. Yes! That is epic. I am genuinely delighted with that.
Very nice.
That is good.
That's lucky.
That's exactly what we're after. It's exactly what we're after. Oh, reroll. No, I'm joking. That is brilliant. Absolutely delighted with that. Right, let's get a look at these then. Okay. Oosh. 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 So I've got them all. Might as well go for a reroll. Doodly doodly doo. Oosh, 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 oosh. Nephilim Sonya. Because people forget Sonya's actually a Nephilim, which means half angel and. Now I forget. Is a Nephilim half angel and half mortal, or is it half angel and half demon? Because I think a Nephilim can be both. People in the audience, you can correct me if you can look into that.
Oh.
No. I'll re-roll this one if I have to. Yeah, like that. Oh, this one's great. There's the Voodoo Doll Zul'jin portrait. It looks like the thing that you get out your breakfast cereal. The Professor Wheato trolls. Like, that is brilliant. So our friend Timmers has got that as his portrait, and I always see him use it whenever we're playing Team League or just having a wee little game for fun. And I've always thought it was fantastic. Is that a beard? Is that what that's meant to be? Like a little beard with his tusks?
No, it's the cover. If you go and have a look at Zul'jin afterwards, not
Yeah.
only will you see very defined triceps, but you will see he's got this little cloth, a little loin cloth over his mouth.
Yeah. Oh, does he?
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Tell
Okay.
me.
So that it's not a beard. It's a loincloth over his mouth, and very well defined. What was it? Biceps.
Triceps.
Triceps. All right. Well, we'll get a look at that in a second. And then there you go, Crimson Lionheart. Okay. Well, whilst we're here, I might as well just quickly check this because I want to see these triceps. What are we talking about here? Where are they? Here we go, Zul'jin.
Obviously not as a
Not in that skin.
stone man thing.
Right. We'll
Just
go for
basic skin.
basic. Let's get a look. So are we saying the triceps are the back of the arm? Yeah.
Yes, very, very, very well defined tricep. Look at that.
Is it this bit? Oh well, of course my cursor's not going to show, but that's very. You see,
And if you spin him around, you'll see
Yeah.
the loincloth over his mouth. There you go.
oh my gosh, of course, yeah, he hangs it off his tusks. There we go. Okay.
Timmers is there saying hi. You called him out.
Yeah,
and
you
he
see,
was
I
there.
call people out and they just appear like that. It's absolutely mental. Just crazy. It's a cray-cray. So, very, very good. Very, very good. Right. So, ladies and gentlemen, that was just a bit of mild entertainment whilst we wait to move into round 5, the semi-finals of this bracket. So, if you could just bear with us. As I say, we're just getting this sorted because it's over coming through versus looking for Team Div S, and it's 1-1. Which means that's the first game coming through have ever lost in Division S so far. So interesting times ahead.
Let us know in the chat if you want to see Halloween load into the shop and try using Samaro's Illusion Master level 10 and see how that goes.
That's so bad.
You can take
I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that at all. Is Naffer's in this chat, by the way?
He's asking what level of percentage has Timmers downloaded Sea of Thieves to, because he wants to play with that man. He wants to get some pirate booty with Timmers.
That's something. That's something that we were talking about as an alternative to look at, and I'm looking forward to trying it out. I'll check it out.
It's very good. If you liked Zelda Wind Waker, Legend of Zelda Wind Waker,
I've not played that.
It's
Oh
very
wait, was that
similar.
the one where you were running about with a horse and stuff?
No, it's the one the Hyrule has been Oh, maybe that's spoilers. There's you're in a water world, and you've got a lion, talking lion ship, and you travel.
What did
around
you
the world.
play this on?
It was on GameCube, and it is available on Wii U apparently. Because I was googling it, or you can just emulate it.
Did you play GameCube? Did you?
Mm-hmm.
See, I didn't know that about you. I didn't. I'm learning all sorts of things about Jabroni here today, folks. If you've got any questions about gaming or anything in general, let us know. Yes, Timmers. Yes, Timmers.
No, it's because he's got hickeys all over his neck. That's what it is. He's got.
Oh, what, me?
Yeah, you've got big old big kiss, and you've got hickeys on your neck, boy.
Oh my gosh. Right, listen, we're going to our break. We'll be back with you shortly. Stick with us, folks. All right, jabroni. All right, jabroni. Get your microphone. Get yourself sorted. Get yourself back. Get yourself dressed again.
Whoa, why were you getting me undressed?
I wasn't getting you undressed. I was trying to get you dressed.
But I would have to be undressed to be...
Oh no, the camera's back on. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it looks to me like a surprise has occurred in the other series. What I would have expected yesterday after seeing the absolute devastation coming from team coming through, I would have expected them to just fight their way all the way through. But unfortunately, that's not been the case. And what it looks like is Looking for Team Div S have actually taken the lead there.
Oh, really?
Looking for Team for Div S. Sorry, you're right. I said that incorrectly.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, really?
You're saying this in a really weird way, but that's correct.
I'm just filling the negative space while everything's updated.
Okay, you
That's
do that. You do that for
very
me.
cool. Very big for looking for a team for Div S. I mean,
Very big.
Dayquaza just putting out dips, damage, and everything in between.
Yeah.
And there was no Masquerade for the rest of the team, with Masquerade probably doing work. That is from the actual player list. I didn't actually get to see who was actually playing in the game.
That's
But
very good.
that is massive. And that will open up everybody's eyes to the new challenger approaches. You know what I mean? A new challenger approaches. Ding, 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 like in Super Smash Bros.
Super Smash
That's
Bros.
it. A new challenger appears, and you're, oh god. And that is what has happened for looking for Team 4 Div S. I mean,
Well, it's not that they're completely unknown as well,
No.
because this team are comparatively. Sorry, I've got to answer.
they are comparatively known. I assume this is what Halloween was going to say.
Yeah, because Masquerade, who plays for Looking for Team for Div S, he was in the French national team for the Nexus contest, the Nexus Games contest. So European national player, very, very, very good. He was actually going to be playing in the third All Hallows Cup, but then got swapped out during a roster swap there. So it was a bit interesting. But yeah, they played very, very well there.
Yeah.
Very, very well. So exciting to see how this goes. So if you just bear with us, folks, we are just getting things prepared just now. So we will be moving through to this location here. But that's interesting. Why has the logo not appeared?
Because while they are looking for a team for Div S, you are looking for an image for the team, looking for a team for Div S's team logo and image. So very interesting to note right there. So yeah.
There it is. That's it. That's it.
Wow. I mean, this is just the professional stuff. So thanks to the admins behind the scenes for fixing that straight away, getting it sorted. And yeah. We're just going to wait for the lobby invite. Maybe some teams need a bio break, as they call it. I think that's a kind of gross way. It makes it sound very gross. But yeah,
it's the sort of thing. Hang on, put my microphone back on. It's the sort of thing that you wouldn't draw attention to, but you heavily did.
but
there.
everyone always does it. They're going 2 minutes for bio break, and they always cut out. I'm like, that's kind of gross, but okay.
We just got thank you very much. I am Joy Kate, who's just hosted the stream with 7 viewers there. So thanks very much for bringing your folk over. We are going to be getting ready, as I say, for looking for a team in Div S against What Does the Photographer Say? And for those new viewers, we worked out that it's not actually the photographer that says cheese. Well, we didn't at all. It was Danielle/Mistography, who used to have the battle tag Mistography, but there was a player called Missy X, and apparently those two dissimilar names were too close to each other, so there was confusion. So Mistography had to change her name to what is it now?
Pasha Biceps.
Okay.
A play on words of Pasha Biceps, the CSGO player.
Oh, I see. Right. Okay. Well, as I say, we're just getting ready now to work
But
out.
that's a roundabout way of saying thank you to I Am Joy K, I think. Is that what it started as?
That's where we started. That's where we started. Where we ended up, I have no idea. Oh my gosh, that is brilliant.
Yeah, so we didn't expect to see this. We did not. If I'm being honest, I myself, with my own eyes, would have put the money on if I was a betting man.
Yeah.
And I have been known to dabble in a few bets. I mean, loot greats are gambling, so that is betting if you wanted to go that way. I would have thought coming through would have been coming through to this match. But as you have so kindly pointed out to everybody in the stream, that coming through actually lost that series 2-1, so they are not coming through. And looking for a team for Deves is a team unknown to me, so I will be excited to see fit the D's with that. But we have been following Say Cheese, so we do know, and yeah, I don't know. My mind's going to be a bit mush right now, so I can't remember if you said it. But
we've been so disconnected and uncoordinated that I cannot wait to see some of the horrendous clips that people have been making tonight. Honya has been called out by I Am Joy K there, and Honya's been asking how that stream was and everything. But yeah, there we go. Just getting ready, as I say, and. We've lost more than half our audience as we've just been sitting on a break screen for ages. But we're just waiting for the teams to get sorted there.
Just waiting for the teams. But yeah, as we have Schwimpy, by the way, playing in this game. Schwimpy and Make playing in this game. So you have two ex-pros, and then you have people who are, as we've said before, considered maybe even higher than the pro division, because one of them won All Hallows Cup, so, and which is Galnagunner. So, I mean, do you know what I mean? You have three pros basically. Maybe even you could even count Galnagunner as 2 times a pro because he won the All Hallows Cup. So, I am joking here. If people aren't getting it is a joke and they're sitting there going, "What's he on about? It's not better than HGC. It's not better." But it is a joke.
Why are they northern? Why do they have to be northern?
Probably.
Well, do you know what? That's also another thing I take bias to, or umbrage to, is that that is universally accepted as being called northern, but that is very south compared to where we live. We are, if anything, northern. That's why I'm Northern Wizard.
North of the wall is what it would be.
Yeah.
Northern in the terms of, if
in
you're
north
in London
of England
and you're referring to somebody from another part of England saying Northern English.
Oh my gosh. That's so funny.
There's a compliment battle going on in the chat is what it looks like.
Honya's pointing out that we see her as a horrible control freak who makes sure things get done. You get to be the damsel in distress. So yes, that's another reason why Honya frequently feels shunned or what's it? Denied the hand. There's a metaphor here that I'm missing. I could have been slick with it. Looking for some backup from a co-caster here. It's coming in any second.
To the face?
No, I'm not slapping anyone. What?
I
You've went the wrong way with this.
I'll come back in.
Oh my word. Come on. Oh gosh. Okay, so we are just waiting for these teams to get... Sorry. Do you want me to get into the Twitch fails? No, Honya, we do not want you to list all our mistakes. Talking directly to the audience isn't something that we often do, but we are doing tonight because of a special guest that is there. So, we're just getting things sorted here. Thanks very much for waiting. Let's, yet again, look at the standings. BRB. Okay, can you talk to the audience for a minute here, Jabroni, whilst I try and sort some things out. Also, I'm leaving this up on screen so that you can see that there are some commands and stuff that we've introduced to the Twitch chat here, which you can use to get more information about what's going on. But whilst that's happening, I'm just trying to sort this out. So
you want me to talk to the audience?
yeah, you talk to them.
About what? Could have stayed on a break, but now you're just making me talk to the audience with no information, which I appreciate massively.
Thank you.
So, what time is it today? Okay, so Match Lounge 3, have you found that, yes?
I can do.
There we go. Go to Match Lounge 3. So even while I'm meant to be talking to the audience, I'll find the Match Lounge.
Brilliant, that means we're ready. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome along. This is where we are. So, looks like Alan Gunnar has called the... What are you laughing at? What are you laughing at?
We've got the information, but there is no information yet to be had.
Yes, there is.
What, there's heads called?
So, no, well, hold on. So, this I'm still getting ready here, yeah? Bear with me!
Heads has been
Bear
called
with me.
by Alan the Gunner.
Yeah, so he's called heads.
And it
He's
has
called
gone.
heads in the coin flip.
And
Listen,
it has
this is
gone
totally
tails.
fine. This is totally fine. Okay, so Galen Gunnar has lost the coin flip. So that means
Big
that
news.
What does the photographer say? Do not get to pick the first map. The first map will be chosen by looking for Div S. So we're now about to see our map vetoes, which we're not going to see. So the first veto should come from looking for Div S. So we're waiting for that.
Is anybody in your Twitch chat answering any of your questions about the Q&A or anything while there is less than 0 things going on?
There is not less than 0. This is legit. This is legit. All right, we are losing viewers by the second with this poor production. this is a train wreck, but providing quality entertainment. That's the thing, Honya. You might be seeing this as just terrible, but it is quality entertainment. I love you guys. See, there you go. Followed with a compliment. That's it. It's you throw out the my God, you're terrible, and then you follow it with something good. So it's like, look, guys, you might be dressed a terrible, but I wouldn't have it any other way.
We have news. We have news.
Right. Okay. So hold on. So that is
a ban on Sky Temple. So unfortunately, you will not be seeing Sky Temple in this in this series.
okay.
That is a map that has been banned. We've seen that banned massive amount of times. So I even wonder if there was going to be HGC 2019, if that would have been banned for good, because nobody seems to like playing that. And the counter ban of maps, would you like to reveal that?
Yeah, Volskaya Foundry. That's also been taken out.
Volskaya Foundry and Sky Temple. So the 2 bans are showing on screen for everybody there. The typewriter is going behind me. But
I'm sending out the telegraph,
Money
so
Penny is
people in foreign countries that don't have the internet can be kept up to date on what's happening here.
so as that is being sent, and you can hear that in all its glory, we will wait for the map to be chosen. Chosen. Come on, please choose a map.
Oh my gosh, yeah, we're just waiting.
So now we know. Now we know that it will be more beneficial if we just go to a break screen in the future and wait until all this information has come back, rather than just turning on the camera and saying, "Can you entertain the audience?" While
That's okay. That's a real thing. This is legit.
Well, there's no information. I can't do anything. I can't do it.
Never could. Never could. Right, I've swapped things at my side.
So that shows the right bands?
I'm just checking. There's so much production error that's happening right now. This is a new kit that we're used to, that we're not
swap
used to.
the bands.
Do they need swapped? Yeah? Right, okay, so hold on.
So the blue team on the left, which is Say Cheese, they chose Volskaya Foundry as the ban. The team on the right, looking for a team for Div S, chose Sky Temple. As you can see.
There you go. Right, we have just sorted technical difficulties from behind the scene. Oh my God. My gosh.
There we go. Yes.
There we go.
As people are aware, it is not these two, and we're just waiting, praying. Please give us a map. Some of us haven't eaten our food. I need my dinner. I need my proteins.
Is it proteins? What are you having for your proteins?
Proteins. And I'm hungry. So please choose a map.
Please choose a map. Teams pick a map. They are deliberating like they are in the semi-finals of a Division S qualifier for $15,000.
Yeah.
I guess that's what they're. Mind you, this is just the qualifiers. Wait till
just the qualifier.
If they're going to take. If we could comparatively compare how many minutes they take to choose a map here, it's going to take like 20 minutes to pick a map in the finals of the Division S. I would say.
Yeah. We're not going to get out here until 12 o'clock. My God.
Do you remember when we used to do this for the Open Division with Honya, and she'd it was like we'd finish with her and we'd say, right, listen, we've finished, good job everybody, and she'd say, wow, it's 1 o'clock 2 o'clock, like 1:30 or 2 o'clock in the morning for her, and we were like, my word, you stayed up all night just to run production for us. Good job. Oh my why, oh my word.
Oh my way.
Oh my word is what I was trying to say, and then I got confused because I read Honya saying pro-teens. You are pro-teens, Gigibaroni. That's what she's saying. That's terrible. Okay, so we're just waiting again for the team looking for Div S to pick the map. They are taking way too long to do so, so I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say as to why they're taking so long. But you never told us what proteins you're looking for. You going to get some chicken?
Don't eat meat unless I'm out for dinner.
Because your partner at home does not. She's vegetarian.
What is it? Pescatarian? Fish.
You'll eat fish.
So.
But otherwise, we've got a map.
We have a map.
We've got a map. It's happened. It's happened, guys. It is happened. Where are we going? It is. There it is. And who picked it? It was blue team.
Red team.
The red team picked it. And here we go. Boom. We are going to Infernal Shrines. There we go. Yeah.
Yay, we have a map. We will actually be able to show you something. Because it's been so long since we've been in the map lobby. It's been so long since any of us have eaten.
No, people have eaten. It's just you that hasn't eaten. Hey, well, listen. I can give you a protein cookie.
I'm not eating that protein cookie.
Why won't you
They're
eat the
2 years
protein?
out of date. That's why I gave you it.
Is that why you gave me this?
No, of course.
That's terrible. I just like to point out he is lying. It is in date. That's November this year that it goes best before. It's even got a batch number.
They are good, but I can't eat it because I want you to try it.
Double chocolate chip protein. That's
Not
schmicks.
something to be scoffed at.
Well, okay, I'll take it to the gym tomorrow. Take it to the gym tomorrow. Okay, so we are getting ready to go in. Yeah, boy. There we go.
Please let the lobby be quick. Please let the lobby be quick.
Yeah, sorry about the delays here, people. You did actually have to wait something to the tune of about half an hour for us to get here.
Something fierce.
It was something fierce. So we do appreciate your love and affection as you have waited so kindly for us. Good stuff. Good stuff. So, right, yes. I was just getting distracted by people there. Just for those of you that might be joining the stream just now that didn't see the last series, the team on the right here, the team on the left here, Team Blue, the Swedish team, features Schwimpy from Fnatic, Berghult from the Swedish national team. It's got Maki from Monkey Menagerie. It's got Gal Gunnar, MVP and winner from Team Skog support of the All Hallows Cup. And it's got Yaya from the Swedish national team as well. Can someone confirm Jia, right? Do you pronounce that Yaya? Or Yai, maybe? Because I keep saying things and everyone's like, you have just butchered that. And I'm not sure if I'm saying it right or wrong. But that's my understanding is it's Yaya.
Yaya.
Yeah.
You think it's Yaya?
I do.
Yaya.
I do think it's that. Anyway, so on the right-hand side in red, we're going to be having looking for a team for Div S. And they just put on a very convincing show up against Coming Through, who had like 3 members of pro teams.
A favourite to go all the way, and yeah, a bit of a shock for people. Maybe some bets have been have fallen through because of the outcome of that game. But Did you mention who is in the lobby? Did you mention who is playing on the side of say Cheese? Yes, did you, under the guise of ZZZ?
Yes. Sorry. Now I never actually pointed that out. Yeah, the account that Schwimpy is using is ZZZ. That's it. And how do you type it? Honya's asking in the chat there. It is like this. So there we go. Right, that's the opponents now getting in now. We will be there shortly. So that's good. I'm looking forward to, once this division starts, that we're going to have the statistics for hero selections, win rates, losses, and then we're going to be able to discuss and put those statistics up on screen. I am really looking forward to that. I think that's going to be pretty cool. We don't have it at the moment. The only thing that we can kind of go over at the moment is the standings for divisions 1 to 7. From Heroes Lounge itself, but Heroes Lounge amateur scene from divisions 1 to 7 famously has the rule that we cannot allow HGC players from the last season. But the thing is, as we move forward in time, that rule will no longer apply to them because it's out with like 1 or 2 seasons, and I think the rule was 1 or 2 seasons. Yeah, so we could conceivably see them enter, but I don't think they would. They would just go for Division S. Surely, why wouldn't you? Division S is where the money's at. They're not playing this game for the fun of it. They've got bills to pay, yo. Dollar bills needed. So they got to do this. It's this or the unemployment line for some of them, and that's why they're taking it very seriously, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, we're getting ready. We're about to go in now. Thanks for your unbelievable length of patience that you guys have had. So, Jabroni, what you looking at here? What you looking at, yo?
Just seeing how long we're going to be.
Oh yeah,
definitely.
We Gucci. Here we go.
Definitely just want it to happen sooner rather than later. Because my God, is this an extended break for the people at home and myself included?
Oh my gosh. I've just seen what's been happening on Twitter. Like, it's obviously streaming and casting right now. I couldn't see, but looked over there and there's so many messages that Honya's put up. That's quite funny. That is funny. I'm going to have a look at that later.
I'm going to have to have a look at that later.
Whilst I've got a second, some of you on Twitter may have seen a new kind of organisation appear, seemingly from out of nowhere, called the Masters Clash, and that they're opting to do... oh, here we go! Again, we're out of time. I will have to do this at the end. On the left in blue is What Does the Photographer Say, and on the right in red is Looking for Team for Div S, featuring Masquerade, which is the national player from Team France. Number 1 player in France, I think, at the moment. Very good player. So, very competent teams here, both here for the semi-finals. This is game number 1 of a best of 3 series. My name's Halloween, and as always to my left is...
Hungry boy Jabroni.
He's very hungry. He's starting to get hangry.
Yes, I've just realised. Yeah, you had that whole speech about the other competition that you could have filled the space with that speech.
Oh my God. Well, I could have. But hey, there we go. We're here now. We're here now,
and we're in the pick ban phase.
That's right.
The ban phase, and as they love making you wait. We are waiting the full length of this ban. Is it going to be a Maiev? Is it going to be a Genji? Is it going to be a Diablo? I bet it's going to be one of the 3. That's my bet anyway, and it is going to be a Maiev. Told you.
You did, didn't you?
So Maiev, that is changing up the first ban for Say Cheese, because previously it was a Diablo ban for the last 2 games that we've witnessed. But Zeratul again has been banned out. Zeratul is the Wombo Combo creator, and even though I think, if I can remember from the patch notes the other week, he got a nerf to his late game possibly, he still has been picked and used and utilized highly in these games that we've been witnessing. So no shocks there to have him banned out.
No shocks.
Gul'dan though, that's the first time for him getting banned out tonight. And we've watched Infernal Shrines already once.
He has the new Suki build, right? That's what we've discovered, is that you can take Life Funnel. What?
I disagree.
Well, Timmers was the one that identified it and pointed it out, saying that he'd seen it on a pro player's stream. And we said, yeah, but that's not going to work in real use. But we saw it in meta play in All Hallows Cup number 3. So it could happen again. Anyway, here we see Galnagunar's Tyrande getting picked up. I think he did that in game number 1, and then he banned Anna so that it couldn't be used against him. So, in the last series. So let's see if he does that again. What we're going to see here from Genji, Maiev, Hanzo.
Hanzo and Malfurion. You do have confirmation that it's Yia.
Yeah.
Not Yai, Ya.
Well, I knew it was going to sound like a Y rather than a J, and you kept saying the J. But so it's Yia is how you say. Thank you very much, Honya, our behind-the-scenes producer there, as always, getting the answers for us. She was the one that worked out that the person that had the biggest beard out of all of the characters in the game isn't in fact Malfurion, although you would think it would be. It's actually Muradin.
Because of the length of his body, I think it was. It was in relation to the length of their body, is what they did. But back to the draft, Diablo, who has been banned previously, has been picked up, and Leoric again has been selected by Shrimpy, possibly by Shrimpy, which could lead us to a very similar draft of what we had game 1, where Diablo can now overpower into Tyrande Stun into a Kerrigan combination. That's what I'd like to guess, but who knows? But the Hanzo Malfurion, do you think that's set up for something, or do you think that they need to get the Malfurion picked in because there is the ban phase?
It really depends, right? Because if you go redemption stack, redemption talent against this team, and you die even once, it's going to be so hard for you. But he could go the Q and the second Q talent that detonates an explosion, and if he gets that inside the Guardian's shrine area, it could be used for minion clear.
Mm-hmm.
And that could allow you to compete in the race. So it could actually be argued that he's going race, yeah.
Oh,
Johanna, the Crusade marches on in her Centurion skin, making her a Roman. But you don't often see that. Garrosh, Muradin, Diablo were argued as the 3 meta tanks, but they've taken Johanna. Were they suspicious that a Raynar was going to come in here or something? Auto attacker Vala, maybe? I mean, I don't know why you would take Johanna there.
Well, the Anubrak, even though he did have Unstoppable, was getting absolutely blown up by the the Garrosh Tyrande combination before. So now having this Unstoppable allowing you to be able to walk out while you have a big shield could be what you're looking for. Again, if you can blind Tyrande, though, she won't be able to get the AAs off to get the heal reduction, to get the cooldown. Yeah, we do now see the last 2 picks of heroes. It's going to be a Junkrat and Mephisto. So, Tyrande, Leoric, and Mephisto played previously tonight by Seichis.
This is a very... Right, okay, Jabroni, we've only got 18 seconds to choose. Whose draft do you prefer, and why?
I prefer LFT for Team... looking for a team for Div S, but the players on Seichis just blew it out the park earlier tonight,
did.
so I'm going to go with that. What are you going to say?
Yeah, I'm going to say that I really, really value Shwimpy and Make's combos there, so they're going to do very well. But the thing is, I don't understand. Like, I don't get why has Looking for Team for Div S taken 2 solo laners? They've taken Thrall and Blaze. I mean, that's a heavy front line to go up against. I mean, they've got Johanna, Thrall, and Blaze to try and catch Mephisto, Tyrande, and Junkrat.
Thrall does have blood for blood against big high health pool heroes like Diablo.
Okay, welcome along, ladies and gentlemen. My name's Halloween, and on the left, in blue, we have, what does the photographer say, Team Cheese. We've got Gal the Gunner dancing away there as Tyrande. We've got Shwimpy playing on ZZZ as Leoric. We've got Make playing the Lord of Hatred, sorry, it's Mephisto. We've got Berghult playing the Lord of Terror, which is Diablo, and we have Yia, said correctly according to Swedish language rules of pronunciation, it's Junkrat on Barco Polo. Jabroni, would you like to introduce Looking for Team for Div S?
Yes, Banana on the Malfurion, MVP De Quaza on the Blaze, Masquerade on the Shohana, Tobos on Hanzo, and Nestdip on the Thrall.
That's Nestdip indeed. Let's get a look at level 1 talents. Anything unusual there? Hey, it is the Q thing. This is what I was talking about, not redemption. He's went Q for Q for Q for Q. Called it.
Thrall, who will be in the 4-man, has not gone for the Crash Lightning, has gone for the
Echo of the Elements. Echo of the Elements,
allowing for double Qs, which is really good to tie into your late game. Level 16, which is probably why he's done it. And you've got Devil's Due by...
Yeah, that's interesting. I was going to say, no, so Feast on Fear, often very, very good here, 12% health regen. But he's went for Devil's Due. Even Soul Shield would have been arguably quite good, because nearly every one of Thrall's abilities would be negated, and so would the additional spell damage from Tobos now. But yeah, let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. Who do you think's going to win? In the chat, let us know who you're cheering for, and we'll see what the story is there. Now notice, minute into the game, this time Galnagunnar started picking up that camp, but he's walked away from it from his team.
Had to come off. It looks like they're going aggressively for the bottom camp. They want to control this map from the get-go.
They have a very aggressive bottom.
Send a message. It's not about winning the camp, it's about sending a message.
Psychological warfare, Jabroni.
So the camp is going to fall. Joanna has mounted up, so she is not going to go in for this. While Make is just going to do some dips in the back line, making them think about the life choices on the side of LFT for Div S.
What do you think their life choices would be that they're needing to rethink? In comes an awesome Shadow Charge, followed by the Lunar Flare. And Johanna's massive D is used to get her out of there. She's used Iron Skin.
Yeah, very nice, but as we saw, that could be tatties for Joanna late game because she wasn't able to get her Iron Skin off before the Lunar Flare.
In comes another Shadow Charge against Blaze. MVP Dequaza trying to get out. Whoa! Hey now! Manages to... But Hot Wheels lead the way straight past that Lunar Flare.
Level 4 is picked up on both teams. What are they? Tell me.
Let's get a look at them. I'll tell you. What, you want to feel them? You're going to juggle them around.
Lunar Flare? Oh, Thrall's gone, sorry.
Neil Peasants. Yeah. I think that's probably what I would take as well. There.
For more of his things, but Thrall, what level 4 is that? Because normally
that one is hit 6 heroes with Feral Spirit, and your progress loss when you die, or when you fail to hit a hero. Oof. But once it's completed, you reduce the cooldown by 50%. Is mana going to be an issue for him?
Who knows?
Is that what they're thinking here?
Well, mana is the name of the game for the other level 4, isn't it? It's the one that gives you, I think it's cooldowns and mana reduction return. So
it's the same thing. It's the same thing he's went for here, except this is a cooler quest. Right, level 7's just round the corner, and it is objective number 1 that they're now fighting for here. The first team to clear 40 of these Guardians will be rewarded with a Mortar Punisher. Portal will rip open, he'll jump out, and then he'll push down that lane. Mortar Punisher, of course, statistically the weakest of the 3 Punishers. But still worth getting.
11 versus 10 on the objective, though. Yeah. They've been pushed off by looking for a team, so this is big. Makai getting in the back line to try and steal away some of these minions, but is it because it's so close to level 7 that the Sage Cheese are trying to wait it out a little? But no, they're going in. Blaze gets a 2-man stun into a massive condemn from Joanna, and Leoric dies.
Leoric's down. Berghult getting healed up by Alun's Chosen from Galnagunnar, but is he going to fall? He's going to be the next to go. Looking for Div S, taking a name here. Is Yia going to fall? Yia falls!
Yia does fall. That was Bodyblock City.
Galnagunnar almost going as well. Bodyblock City? Was it a real place?
Stopping Diablo from getting out while everyone else was chucking down. Very nice place. This could be a bit of a wake-up call for what the photographers say, because this is the first time I've seen them fall behind on this map.
Yeah. This was a totally unknown team in the sense of the team name itself, but the players are all familiar. I mean, we've got some HCC players all over the place here, and national players and things. So both teams full of reputation, but I mean, we've not seen tonight. Certainly, we've not seen them fall behind at all in any match. But Masquerade and his French team here just really shook things up. Wow.
Yeah, nice work. Putting out the damage, getting the kills.
They sent a message, would you say, Jabroni?
They sent, yep, it's not about getting the camp, it's about sending the message, but they say this time it is about getting the camp, and they take the bot camp for themselves.
And they could go for the invade, choosing not to, holding their level lead. Because at this point, I suppose you don't need to take risks. You just need to get that level 10 and then see what's happening. They're obviously going to take Bunker Drop. Do you think Thrall might take Earthquake?
Possibly.
He could go the Sundering just to get a bit more dips, derms, and damage, but it didn't look like they were lacking damage there. To be fair.
Earthquake is just so horrible to be a part of. You know, you've got to. You'd be stuck in there as a Diablo, or if he pops it while he's on
and
the Tyrande.
the level 20 upgrade for it is redonkulous.
Oh, it's huge. Ooh, nice unstoppable popped by Joanna to continue aggressing, but does not manage to get anything else done while Thrall gets focused by the Junkerade.
Level 10 just round the corner for LFT, so let's see what they take there. We could see... I don't know what the name of it is. I wanted to call it the name that Imperius calls it for Johanna, but I strongly doubt she's going to take Falling Sword. But hey, you never know. You never know.
You never know.
I don't know. Do you know? Does anybody know?
Oh.
Level 10, Dragon's Arrow, Tranquility, Blessed Shield, Orbital Bunker, and the Earthquake, as we were just discussing there. So that's what we're seeing for the heroic abilities for LFT.
Nice play from the LFT as well. They've got the 10s. They know that the blue team was on that camp, so why don't we just go take it from them? They can't step up to us. They're still half a level behind. Very nice plays. And it just, it further pushes them into the lead. And
oh, good wolf there. The woof, and followed by the Earthquake, just stopping Maki from being able to get out quickly. But now they're in the place that they don't want to be, like the back of a Volkswagen, and they're trying to back out.
Level 10s have been snap-picked, and there we go, Malfurion dying as it turns, and the Leoric has thrown out the Entomb, catching the Thrall, while Masquerade on the Joanna has died. There's 2 for nobody, and Bunker Drop has gone down. Now everyone is running for their life. Thrall is getting body blocked to oblivion, to the point where he has died. And if you'd asked me 30 seconds ago if Diablo would have made it out there with his life, I would not have taken that bet. And he made it out with his life, and they got 3 kills, with it.
Yeah, I mean, that looked like it was an attack in favour of Team LFT, but because of the snap level 10, that was it. They just lost that.
They did, and that was huge. Like
Galnagunner's Starfall just made it so painful for them to be there. I mean, it was raining down damage on them.
The heals that were coming out just kept everyone alive, and like I said, that looked like Diablo had given his life to die for the sake. Oh, Tobos is found. He gets overpowered into Lunar Flare, and it is just the exact same story as we saw in Game 1 of the last Best 3 series, where it was, hey, I'm going to set up a stun, and you land a Lunar Flare on them, and everyone else, let's just kill this guy dead. Now, with Hanzo dead, you can't even attack. Blaze is even going to the top lane. He's starting off the double soak rotation. It's going to be huge.
How huge?
Very big.
How big?
Very huge.
That's as big as I would need to know. So, Frozen Punisher coming in, won as the second objective in the game, this time by, what does the photographer say? And it's a Frozen Punisher, as I say, statistically the second strongest. This one good for team fights. Less structural, this one, but better for team fights. In comes the flip.
Lunar Flare is dodged by Thrall. He is wise to it. I did like Joanna with the bait, with the Iron Skin, but now there's no Iron Skin, so you kind of have to worry about that, don't you, if you're Joanna?
Yeah, Masquerade taking a really aggressive route. In comes the Dragon Arrow, but the Blessed Shield missed as Yia manages to make it out. Burghult gets the flip in. Stunned.
Big stun onto Diablo, but he just insta-pops his Lightning Breath. Sorry.
Tobos falling down there, but followed by Malfurion. Can they get the kill on Burghult to even it out slightly? I don't think so.
And the blue team are just still fighting in the Earthquake. They just don't care about it. And MVP Dick was a Blaze has died. He gets chased down to death.
Oh my word, he's going to get flipped. Nesdip's going to go. He's the next to go. Oh no.
The health bars just melt as soon as Galnagunner hits that D button.
Now, what you can't see here, ladies and gentlemen, is Jabroni has in fact just picked up 5 litres of water, and he's almost finished it. Did you drink all that tonight?
No, I would be dead.
You would be dead if you drank that. I don't think it would kill you, but
you
I mean,
die.
From overhydration.
Yes.
But not for. By the way, that was sick. Do you see what Yia did there? He did the same thing that we saw in the last game. They trained the Khazra camp to take the healing fountain.
Mm-hmm.
It's sick that happens. It's nothing you can do about it. Absolutely nothing you can do about it. Disgusting move there, but I mean, I would utilise it to my advantage if I could. So no, but I don't think 5 litres would be over water hydration. I don't think it would.
What if it was drank in an hour?
If you drunk 5 litres in an hour, that'd
More
be
importantly, will these guys kill that tower? Yes, they will.
I think that would be equivalent to drowning, actually. You know, no, I don't think you would. I think you'd be okay. 5 litres an hour? Nah, you'd be
Ready to try it on stream. The gank went out onto Leoric, but he has his Wraith Walk and he gets himself away. Blaze was the focus from Mephisto and the rest of the blue team, but it is a very hard hero to kill with bunker drop. But maybe if you can just bait out the bunker drop before the next objective, that would be a bonus, and more bonus.
Well, it looks like Team Cheese are just waiting for somebody to move through that a middle kind of area in an odd, aggressive rotation so that they can just MDK him. Murder, death, kill. Straight up.
Joanna
In comes the owl.
Joanna moved to the mid lane there.
They know that it is two vulnerable people there, and I think they're moving into position to try and get a kill. Does he gain vision off the grenade there? Like, if is it only if it hit Masquerade that Junkrat would have seen him?
I don't know.
Because I know that it's not quite a vision tool, but if it detonates on somebody, you obviously see it. So I don't know if they saw if Masquerade was there or not, and that's why they didn't back on. Go for it. I mean, it's level 16 just round the corner, so with that they get a talent tier.
Oh, Leoric did die to the Thrall in the bot lane. Sorry, in the mid lane with a. It wasn't even the Thrall, it was a gank. Sorry, last time I looked, he was in the bottom lane. So, but he was obviously double token. They waited for his Wraith Walk to end because you Wraith Walk between the lanes, and then they kill you because you can't Wraith Walk again because it is just finished happening.
So what we're seeing here, by the way, is this is basically Breeze's build that we saw in the All Hallows Cup last weekend, except he didn't take Feast on Fear at level 1. He took Feast on Fear, but this player has not. Berghult has went for the Devil's Due.
5v5 now, level 16 just around the corner for the blue team. It'll be interesting to see, for the red team, it'll be interesting to see if the blue team insta-pop this shrine because they want to try and bait out a fight just before, maybe get a little bit of a lead. And they have popped it, but they're only on 3 miniones right now, while 16s are picked up by the red team.
That's it. Do you know what's interesting is this, I think, is the second time we've seen Leoric played in meta here. Is Leoric in meta?
For Shrimpy, probably. On this map, you get an amazing double soak. I mean, he will, like I said, he's played with the best of solo laners, so he knows about it, and he's Wraith Walking through them, but they're doing less damage as well.
In comes the Earthquake, but so is a Starfall that the entire team seemingly want to stay underneath. Followed by a Lightning Breath, Masquerade taking huge, horrendous amounts of damage.
He gets into the bunker, but with that much health, he does not.
He doesn't die. He's still alive.
It's Mephisto who falls first, and Yia is running for his life, but Diablo is going to fall and reset his
huge
souls.
Play. Schwimpy trying to get a kill in before he dies, manages to succeed, but then he falls himself.
This is insane. Tobos manages to get out with a tick of health.
We've just seen an answer to our question there from the audience. That's fantastic. It's 21-24. Can Team LFT take this from the photographers? This is outrageous. It's so close. It's 28-27. It's still not anybody's game for sure here. Anybody could still win this.
Yep, no healer on the side.
Schwimpy's about to come back, and he's got an PvE talent here. He'll be able to do one swipe and take nearly them all. It's 35-36. Berghult has just fallen.
Berghult did die, and that will be the end
it's
of it. It's
37-38. Oh my gosh, an LFT for Div S takes it, and it's an Arcane Punisher. Statistically the strongest of the 3 Punishers.
And that is a lane that doesn't have a wall.
Schwimpy's in a bad place here, like the back of a Volkswagen. He throws the Entomb to try and get himself out. This is ridiculous. What a play by Schwimpy here. Can he make it? The whole team's after him. He dodges the queue. The team's mounting up. They've decided to leave him. Well done, Schwimpy, for evasion there.
He got out, and he wasted time for the Hanzo getting to the objective to push with it. And, I mean, I know it's not done that much, but it has got it down to 60% health. The bait does go out, and you have yourself a dead Punisher. Top lane has been buttered with no fort left to speak of, so very nice place from the red team.
So there we go, and the photographers have managed to commit the defence, which saved their keep. Just coming back to the topic that was on air just a wee while ago, apparently on January 12th, 2007, Jennifer Strange died after drinking what is believed to be 2 gallons, 7.5 litres of water in an attempt to win a Nintendo Wii. In a feature called Hold Your Wii for a Wii. That is incredible.
That's a lawsuit upon lawsuit.
Yeah, somebody's father would have been very upset about that. But I would imagine they still got the Nintendo Wii. Okay, so Kazra pushing in bottom lane there. Maki teleporting out to get some damage to warn them off.
Big Dragon's Arrow though, and the root goes on to Diablo. He is getting low health beyond belief and will not be able to survive with no souls. He's down
Ripping
for
in the
a
Tearing
minute.
Tire, jumping over, gonna try and get some damage. Masquerade takes it to the face. Lunar Flare.
Lunar Flare, that's turned that team fight 4v3 now. And a Wraith Walk coming in from
Schwimpy,
the
here he comes. Watch the Entomb, it's coming. No, it's not.
He gets banana, but there's no damage because everybody else is too hurt. The Thrall is falling super low and does die to the Auric, I believe, Creepy Hand or the Big Boy Swing. And now Make is just putting out so much damage on this Mephisto, and he's such a hard character hit, but very nice from Malfurion to hit that root, stop the aggression, and stop any more people dying on each side. Very nice plays from both teams.
Both teams committed to that team fight elegantly.
Do you have to wonder if say Cheese Boys came off better, because now they are just a tick away from level 20. They got their pre-level 20 team fight, and well, it was very close anyway. I'm pretty sure it was basically the same, but a level before on that fight. You know, at 18-18, but it is going to be level 20 versus level 20, and it's anyone's game now. It's just who can win the next team fight.
Well, all I was going to say is this ultimate here, Buried Alive, this level 20 Storm talent nearly 100% turns the entire game. We saw Schwimpy manage to land a 3-man Buried Alive in the last series, and when he did that, I mean, nobody was coming back from that. Nobody was competing. He was absolutely murking everybody. There's just nothing you can do against that. It was horrendous. But this is also very good, the Earth and Shields, because nearly every single team fight we have seen Tyrande drop that Starfall on top. At least this will negate a certain amount of that damage.
It's a big shield, 15% of their max health, and when you've got a big chunky boy like Blaze,
each shield. Each shield. So the thing is, the pulses keep coming.
It can turn, but can Thrall get that off if you've got a Buried Alive Entomb on your face?
Well, that's it. Yeah, I suppose if Thrall's inside there, he can't do it. Anyway, out comes the Blessed Shield, managing to hold the team in place. Masquerade is hit by a Lunar Flare, but by this point, Schwimpy has already lost half his health.
Blood for Blood does that to you, and a very nice snipe from Hanzo, getting 5 of those Gemmy boys with his 1 Q. He needs to get healed up, the Schwimpy, before he'd go in.
Maki takes half health damage straight away.
Banana healing people back up. It's a very healthy side on the red side, while Schwimpy and Maki are both very, well, not very low, but both lower health.
Every heroic ability bar the Blessed Shield is still in effect. So Schwimpy and Bergkult moving into position to try and get onto this objective so they don't lose it, knowing that if this goes in favour of LFT, they could take game number 1. In comes the Starfall.
And it is on to Diablo. He has to hell get out of there, but now Blaze is right in the back line. Maki
Thrall's
falls
dropped it. Thrall's dropped it. In comes the Earth and Shields.
And Schwimpy looks like he's going to fall, and so will Diablo. That is 3-0. And they're still going. But no, they're just going to go win that objective because they only have 3 to get, and it is going to be marching down mid. You've got top lane getting pushed in by a hard camp. This is going to be difficult.
Yeah, this is difficult for Galna Gunner's squad here because they have to clear that top lane or else they fear losing their keep. But John Cena here is just going to hop the wall and hammer down that keep.
Yeah.
So the boys here just need to take that turrets, take the towers, take the wall, get through, and then take that keep, and then they can back off at that point. I don't think Looking for Team are in a position to finish. What do you think, Jared?
I think they are. If they can get this keep gone, and there's going to be over 50% health of this Mortar Punisher. It's 20 minutes into the game. It's 21 level versus 21 level. I think this could be GG. The way they're playing this. The jump goes out, but nice bait from Schwimpy with the Leoric. But he has not got the health to stick around, and not got the damage either. And the blood for blood on your face. You can't do this.
That's the Buried Alive coming out, completely silencing Banana H. He's trying to get Tranquility, but it's too late. Tobos could be the next to fall. He goes. Masquerade trying to get the damage in. It's 8%. It's 3%. It is G. 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 Oosh. Wow. Oh, wow. Did I say that right?
Very right.
Very, very right. Very, very right. So, gee, wow, that was something else. Right, okay. Well, for those of you that are interested in this sort of thing, this is the statistics. So what we can see there is some wild statistics. Just give us a moment and we'll get this sorted. Okay, so with this, the Say Cheese team gain the advantage. They get the choice of first pick on the map or the map selection itself. So we are now just waiting to see what map we're going to, but it looks like the Say Cheese team have opted for first pick, so map's choice goes over to looking for team. So let's see. What was that?
You just said looking for a team and I was just finishing it off for you. But yeah, that draft compared to the game one draft was quite different in the fact that Yaya was playing Junkrat instead of a melee assassin. So I liked what I saw from looking for a team for Div S. You saw Mephisto, their main damage dealer, jump into the back line on that middle shrine at the very late game and get what Blaze and Joanna did. They said, okay, well, we're just going to hug you and attack you because we know that if we try and run out of your range, you're just going to chase us, you're going to do this weird lightning damage, and we're going to get hurt. We just stay by you. You don't do the damage that you want to do. So it was really, really nice to see from the red team. And I do think that it was just that wombo combo that just really destroyed the enemy in game one of the last series. So without that wombo combo with a Junkrat, the blow up just wasn't there. Oh, we're muted.
What?
We're muted.
No, we're not.
Aren't we? Oh, wow.
Don't worry about it, Giovanni. We're good. I got this show under the road. So for those of you that were paying attention there, over the road? On the road. We've got the show on the road.
I've got the show under the road. Okay.
Yeah, for those of you that were paying attention there, we are moving to Tomb of the Spider Queen. That's what our teams managed to coordinate there. So we're going to be going to that location shortly. We're just getting things ready.
Yeah.
I'm a karate guy. Kia. I'm totally obsessed with that album right now, by the way.
Kia.
Well, no, he says... Kia, and then he says, now I'm a cowboy. No, I'm wearing a cowboy hat. Yeehaw. Yeehaw. And then I got 3 cowboy hats. Yeehaw. Yeah, no, because when I was trying to set up all the production and everything for Division S in advance of the tournament and the league, hours on end of just getting stuff ready. And whilst I was doing that, I'm sitting listening to the Lonely Island albums. And I went all the way through the Whack album twice. And then I went back to, because Incredibad from like 2009, I feel like it's just a little too old now. You know, it reminds me way too much of teenage years. But the Whack album's alright, and then the Pop Star one for Connor for Real. I mean, geez, we're still singing that. You're still practicing the rap from Turn Up the Beef.
Practicing?
What?
No, I just love it. Yeah, I think it's that film is it's upsetting
so
because it's always going to be horribly reviewed because it is a horribly bad film, but it's amazing. I mean, it's like when you go into
it's what is Michael Bolton singing at the end and everything. It's just it's so ridiculous. But things that are in my Jeep, he just starts listing stuff. But the thing is, folk might say like, oh, but like what reference or what cadence does that have with anything else? It actually is. Adam Sandler pretty much copied the whole thing in his new Netflix stand-up comedy show that he did. He does a song where he goes on about things that I need in my car.
Oh, really?
And he's like, all that phone, wallets, keys. Phone, wallets, keys.
Oh,
That's all I need in my car is phone, wallet, keys. And then he starts adding things because he's like, oh wait, I forgot my laptop. You know, and he starts, and I was like, I saw that and I was like, you are copying Car for Reals, things that are in my Jeep. But anyway, listen, what does that have to do with Heroes of the Storm? Nothing. We are in round number 5. It is looking for team for Div S, who are comparatively unknown team, coming out of left wing, wiped the team coming through, who were previously undefeated, and have made it to the semi-finals, up against the all-star team of 2 members of Team National Sweden team, Galnagunnar MVP from All Hallows Cup number 2, and then Make from Monkey Menagerie and Schwimpy from Fnatic. So they're making an excellent team, and we're looking forward to seeing how it goes. So let's get the show under the road. Is that what you were saying?
No, that's what you said.
I never said that.
You said under the road. Interestingly enough, this is the map that Team 2, which are looking for a team, the red team, they put out coming through on this map in the last series.
Who did?
the red team looking for a team. They put out coming through. We saw that.
Yes,
We saw the end
yes,
of that.
yes, yes.
So now we know.
Now we know.
No, not now we know. But
No?
now they could be going for closing it out. They could be closing out the game.
The way that this works with the brackets or anything that people might want to know about is that the top, the team that wins the entire tournament of the qualifiers are automatically put into the league. They're just automatically put through. Then the remaining top 3 teams are issued points, which will possibly quantify them into getting into the league, and everyone beneath that is just issued a set amount of points, which is very similar to how the Open Division worked. So next weekend there will be another series of qualifiers, which Mozio and his guys from Leftovers will return and do, and we're hoping that at least this time they will be in the top 3. So we'll have to see how it goes. Anyway, Maiev banned, Zeratul banned. So Genji, we're gonna see that next. Dunno.
Maybe they Diablo. Maybe they didn't think it worked and they don't want to play against it, so they might. But they did get the first pick, remember? So it may be that there's a hero they want to sneakily left through the draft.
Yeah, that's worth noting is the Say Cheese team on the left. What did the photographer say? Say Cheese. They opted for this. They've chosen first pick. So let's see what they do.
Blaze gone. Blaze gone. Blaze has been a sticky boy. A stick in the mud. Stick in the oil. So you must want to win this bottom lane. You might even be going for a Urel. So get rid of Blaze, because it's always been Blaze Urel. The bottom lane on this map is low key very vital to the win or loss of this game, because if you can control the bottom lane, you can control the pay in of the bottom lane and stop their solo laner from getting a hand in. So maybe they have something sneaky up their plan.
Tyrande,
up their hand.
Whitemane, Malfurion, or Ana. That seems to be the meta healers that you see all the time. I mean, do you know what? Speaking of tranquilities, how many tranquilities did we see last game?
I don't know.
I can think of only one, and it lasted about a second. Because he got killed as he detonated it.
I think there was a few. You're giving this guy a bad rep.
No, I'm just trying to point out that the value of a tranquility from a Malfurion isn't as valuable as the key lunar flare stun that you get off a Tyrande.
Oh yes.
I think the value for that outweighs the healing potential of a tranquility. Furthermore, I would argue that Whitemane's AoE healing and shield, because you get 40 armor off that ultimate, is more valuable than a long tranquility, because you have to force your team into the zone of the tranquility, which can at times be negative to the team fight. Anyway, we're seeing a Gul'dan come out here. Gul'dan, excellent wave clear. I would say a first pick kind of material, so no problems there. Johanna, we're seeing that again. Johanna, in Division 1 of Heroes Lounge, we saw her become the meta tank, right? But I thought she fell off the window, but we're seeing her again.
Seeing her back against a Garrosh especially.
And a Thrall ban? I mean, what? I didn't know Thrall was meta. But we're seeing that so regularly now that it looks like things must... The times be changing, all. The times be changing, y'all. They must be. They must be.
They must be, if that's what you're calling. But yeah, the Johanna versus a Garrosh means you can pop your D and walk out there if you do get flipped. The Jaina for the wave clear, getting your mage in early before it can be banned out. Ooh, Tychus banned. Did they think that there was going to be some big high health pool hero coming in, like a Cho'Gall or something? Because that is quite an order ban. Who knows? We won't. But Leoric, Janitor Leoric, picked up on the red team this time for looking for team for Div S and Malfurion.
They get 10 points purely for the janitor skin. Nobody seems to be using the janitor skin. I'm delighted to see it again. Absolutely delighted. Anyway, Malfurion picked up again. Now, I was just hating on Malfurion there, but this is going to be the team that's going to show me how to do it. Tassadar? What? Throw the rulebook out the window. What's going on? Have we just went back to 2016?
Tracer Tassadar, bro.
I mean, hey, listen, that is a famous combo. I'm not hating on that at all. Plus the level 20 unlimited Archon. I mean, hey, it's cool. But I'd argue they're going to take Force Wall. They seem to be the team that are all about stun, lockdown, and everything. So
this has been a while since we've seen this hero.
I have not seen Tassadar in a very long time, but Raynor made it through. Now Raynor was getting banned out previously.
Yeah, so
Oh my gosh, I really don't know. It's anybody's game. Jabroni, we got to choose our favourite. So who you go with?
if you see Shrimpy on Tracer, you gotta pick Shrimpy on Tracer. I feel so. I'm gonna go with say cheese. What are you gonna say, my man?
Yia could make or break this team with his Gul'dan. So I mean, we'll have to see. We'll have to see. I have not given an answer. Correct. Okay, so for those of you just tuning in there, if you want to know what series we are in, you can type !match, and it's going to tell you the wrong match because I haven't updated it. But if you want to see where we are in the brackets, you can type !brackets.
But it's the wrong brackets because he's not. I'm joking. It is the right bracket.
It is the right bracket. That's right. Okay, so let's go in. Jabroni, would you like to introduce?
Yeah, on the right-hand side, you have a look of our team for Deves. You have Dayquaza on the Leoric. You have Masquerade on the Garrosh. You've got Tobos on the Rainer. You've got Ness Dip on the Jaina. And you've got Banana on the Malfurion.
And on the left-hand side in blue is... What does the photographer say? And it's say cheese. We got Maki as Megatassadar. We got Yeehaw as Gul'dan. We got Gulnagunar as Elune's Chosen One as Tyrande. We got Schwimpy on Tracer. We got Berghult tanking it up the front line with Johanna. And that is our teams. Exciting stuff. Let's get a look at the level 1 talents there, Jabroni. Echo Corruption, no Suki for Gul'dan. He's not going to go the Life Funnel build.
That would be GG on this map, I would think. If
you think?
Yes. You've drafted Gul'dan for the wave clear, and if you didn't have that wave clear, you'd be quietly upset, I believe. Maybe not even quietly, you'd be in the chat of your Twitch, of your Discord or TeamSpeak and saying, what are you doing not going that ability? But we have seen it. It's Echo Corruption, like you pointed out very nicely to the chat.
I did indeed. There we go. So, looks like it's going to be a traditional mid-top kind of rotation, but non-traditionally, we've got 2 players in both teams in bottom. So, I mean, it's obvious that Schwimpy and Maki will be together because, I mean, you called it in the draft. That is the combo. You know, you go for both of them. You know,
it is very interesting.
This quest, by the way,
you have a Leoric.
What?
You have a Leoric, the Leoric staying in the 4-man, while it's Rainer in the solo lane.
But
with the
he
Garrosh.
helps with wave clear, because at level 4 he takes the PvE talent and he'll be able to sweep his way straight through he's their wave clear. He's the counter to Gul'dan's fell wave.
I'm not saying it's wrong, I'm just saying that it's something that you don't necessarily always see. That's what it is.
Yeah. Oh, in comes the pulse bomb on Leoric there, but immediately... Negated was the term I was struggling with there, because I'm good at my English.
I mean, maybe it makes sense in that you are putting a Tracer Tassadar bottom lane. The Leoric would lose this trade, so...
Oh, Galnagun falling very low here. Is he going to go? Banana H takes him out, and Tyrande is the first to fall.
These guys are looking very strong, and yeah, like I was saying, if you're going with the weird setup of having Tracer Tassadar in the bottom lane and Leoric can lose that, well, why have Leoric there? Just have Leoric in the 4-man like they're doing and just get this kill. Get level 4. Get the game in the control you want it to be.
So Maki's left Tracer and has come up to the mid lane now. Oh, but look at him just interrupting to stop them getting any of their gemmies in. My word. Solid. In comes the throw and a stun on Yeehaw, but he manages to evade, and Masquerade takes at least 2 of those corruption stacks.
Masquerade is getting very, very deep with these abilities. I mean, to get these throws off. It's very nice to see. As he runs away, though, he's getting more health as Tracer is AA in him. So
also, that's interesting. I often take
health, sorry,
the Consume Soul at level 4 as well, but it's debated about whether or not it's the right one to go with. So it's good to see that our pro players here are agreeing. Anyway, so what we're seeing is Schwimpy getting thrown in, but he's got a recall and doesn't need to use it. Just
doesn't want to burn it.
Doesn't want to burn it.
So what? It's near 30-second cooldown. You don't want to burn it if you don't have to. Use it as a last chance saloon.
The last chance saloon is a bar where the drinks are similar to the Coco Cabana, but they're not free.
Oh, that was near. That was a very nice lunar flare, but Masquerade there getting again in the backlines, ready to get a throw off on Joanna, who's expiring. D on Unstoppable was going to cause problems, but very nice lunar flare, like I said before. To stop this throw.
It's 24 to 16 in terms of the hand-ins here. Masquerade trying to get some in. Oh, takes an owl to the chin. Burgholt's taking a Suki from Dequaza. Galdagunner's going to interrupt Nesdip. Nobody's getting a hand in anywhere. Nesdip's going to try again. Galdagunner's going to interrupt. We're at a is this what you call a Mexican standoff? Involves 3 people, doesn't it? 3 parties. So this isn't a Mexican standoff. It's just a.
Oh, Galdagunner has been tossed off by Garrosh and will get out with his life this time.
Masquerade took too much damage from the forts there. Otherwise, I think that would have went other way. But they didn't get any hand-ins. It looked like they were going to get some in, but they didn't. Nesdip's going for some now. Is he going to get his 11 jammies in? Incorrect.
Ooh.
Lunar Flare. These lunar flares from Galdagunner, he must be firing them blind as well.
Both teams now have level 7. What talents have they chosen, may I ask with my mind?
You can ask with your mind, and you will be shown with your eyes. And what we're going to see is Celestial Attunement, the soft cleanse.
Double soft cleanse is what they say is
Malfurion taking the 40% less heals.
Tobo's trying to get the hand in. Oh, the tossing off goes on to Burkholt. He's trying to get out of there, but he has been rooted. He has had to pop his D, and he is running for his life. But Gul'dan is joining the fight into the fray, gets Malfurion.
Oh my word, Tobos
danger.
fallen very low. Is he going to take the Quantum Pulse? He takes it. He's taking more damage from Schwimpy. Schwimpy uses the recall to avoid tower damage.
Burgholt is falling super low. I noticed he was getting really, really deep, but he will actually get out of there because he did have his Unstoppable. Very nice plays. Nobody died. 44 handed into 16, but both teams do have a turn-in. It's just who can get this off. Whoa! Jaina took a massive Echo Corruption with a Lunar Flare. That's called max range, max damage, max power, max passion.
Max
Rip.
Passion is a player for Skog support who's also Swedish, so they probably did it in honour of Max Passion.
That was massive. That was the long range Echo Corruptione, as well as a very nice follow up from the Lunar Flare, and then the Q killing him off, and that was just dead. But the blue team do get their Web Weavers handed in with that kill.
So they're the first team to get them through.
That is the first team to get it through. It'll be interesting to see what they push with this 2-3 setup that they've been running all over the map. Jaina in the top lane already trying to butter up the thingy. Garrosh has had to actually pop his self-cleanse to get out of there. Joanna's already used the Unstoppableness. We can see the Cannon Tower's health is just under full health. So that was just a very interesting bit of information to know. And yeah, Gul'dan's gone to top lane to push that in. Tracer stayed bot lane to stop Reyna getting a free clear. And the mid lane is already falling to the mass high damage that Jaina and Leoric have put out onto the team.
So, I mean, Masquerade throwing his opponents away to allow him to get away, but then manages to get Lunar Flare, giving another stack to Galdagunner.
24 for Echo Corruption.
I think this is an okay defense, right? They've kept their mid wall, they've kept their top wall, they lost bottom because you have to sacrifice somewhere. You can't be in all 3 places at once. Right, let's see what happens here. That is the Webweaver phase over. Level 10's coming in. Quantum Spike, Starfall, we've got the Force Wall, as predicted as well. And we've got the Horrify coming in there, and it's a Blessed Shield for Johanna.
Horrify used as well. They used Blessed Shield. They used a lot there, and they got the kill on Garrosh, which means level 10 hasn't been picked up for the red team until, as I started saying that sentence. But with the kill on Garrosh, it means you don't get handed. Unfortunately for the blue team, but fortunately for the red team, there is only 47 gemmies on the side of the blue team.
What have we got there for the heroic abilities on the red team, Jabroni?
On the red team, you've got your Tranquility, you have your your Entomb, you have Ring of Frost, you've got Rainer of Raider, and you've got Warlord's Challenge.
There you go. See, I knew you knew them all. I knew you knew them all.
Just interesting, because everyone seems to be like, do I take Tranquility or do I take Twilight Dream? Well, somebody smarter than me told me that the reason that you only really see Malfurion take Tranquility nowadays is because of the wind-up of Twilight Dream is so obvious that teams can just stun him out of it or kill him from it. So that's why in these games we've only seen Tranquility and no Twilight Dream. It's because of the wind-up. It's because of the wind-up. He's a wind-up merchant.
He is a wind-up merchant. But then, in comes the throw, in comes the stun, in comes the Entomb. Burgholt taking everything from looking for Team Dives, but then Jaina takes Quantum Spike from Schwimpy.
Big fear into the Starfall as well. The wall stopped Masquerade from getting away, but there goes Malfurion doing his bit, and that is Masquerade staying alive. So that's a one trade.
The healing over time from Malfurion 100% saved Masquerade's life there. That was incredible.
That was a lot to kill Joanna as well. That was.
But he can't run away. He can't run away. He can't. Oh, stun again. But all the while, we've got Dequaza cleaning up that bottom lane. Tobo's getting some damage back on Schwimpy.
110 gems for the red team. They need to try and start paying in. 110 gems. That is massive. Burkle has respawned, and they found themselves with Tobos with 47 gems. He takes a corruption to the face and is running for his life. Scared. This is dangerous. Of course you don't want to be in the front line.
Level 13 is just round the corner here as well.
Oh, Gul'dan has sniffed out the Rainer, is trying to get a pay in, and he is gonna stop.
Oh, 47 just round the corner.
Stop it!
Stop it!
He manages to get the stop. Rainer's just got to be so careful here. He's got so many gems. He's got 50 gems on him. But the fight now starts. Burgle is taking a lot of damage. Uses the Blessed Shield to get out of there. And with the red team on half health, so they don't want to continue aggressing. The blue team say, hey, we're not done with you yet.
We're not done with you.
They just want to bait out this. The massive fear getting Garrosh, and he has a Starfall on his head. He gets Warlord's challenge off, but the.
If they can get a counter kill, it'll be worth it. But there goes Johanna.
Johanna does die. That is big, and with the dead tank, this has got to be handed.
Tobos is going to get it now. 104 plus the 22 they've got there. Yeah, 126 gems. That's incredible.
Massive dump from Tobos. Huge. But he's just got to feel so much better after that one. He'll feel so much lighter. Just think about it. He now doesn't have.
This is why the Victorians offered enemas to everybody regularly to try and increase the health of their populace.
What? Anyway, I'm talking about handing in gems. What are you?
That's what I'm talking about.
Okay. The
enemy will be in the area.
Oh, Pulse Bomb went out onto MVP Dequaza, but he will survive. Tracer may not be where Tracer wants to be, but it is Schwimpy, and Schwimpy knows what he's doing, so he is just getting a free clear on a very aggressive.
But it's mid lane where we are focused at the moment. Looks like Nesdip and Banana H are going to try and push this in as best as they can, led by the French MVP Masquerade himself, who is trying to get some dip, stirring some damage on that mid fort, throwing in Maki, but Maki's got his temporal shift, his dimensional shift rather.
That's a big cooldown not to have though. I think he's near 30 seconds or something, isn't it?
Oh.
The wall goes out onto Masquerade, and he is running for his life, but he has not fallen too.
Oh, Jaina fell. All the while we had their main tank on flank, getting around there. Oh my
Masquerade
gosh.
is getting walled, and more walled, and that is a chunk of gems. They still have had enough for hand in with Schwimpy in tow as well.
Well, both teams have a full hand in here. I mean, basically, I would say this phase almost certainly goes over to Say Cheese. Say Cheese are going to claim this, and what they're going to do, they're going to push top lane. I think that's probably their best lane to push at this stage, because it's got the throw pit in the form of the boss up here, which is a big threat for them, you know.
Both teams getting their camp in. Both teams are able to see very nice from Banana H holding this, waiting for the Web Weaver to push in, so you have some.
Here comes the owl. There it goes. And that's it, Web Weaver phase. So where are we going to see the push? Mid lane? They're going to push back, are they? Hard to tell who's going to win what here.
Oh, the wall stopping Masquerade from getting away again.
And with that, we see Yeeha getting his Echo Corruption quest completed.
Janus Blizzard getting a lot of damage out there onto the massive minion wave. Well, minion and other things. MVP Team Gaza has to use Wraithwalk to get away from the wall. So these walls are going to be up before anybody else's abilities are, because they're on like a 8-second cooldown. Masquerade, yeah, you can pop Unstoppable, but you're stuck behind the wall. And while these minions and that are pushing in mid, both other lanes are getting value.
Oh, in comes the ring! The ring connect. Bergholt moving into his enemy's face, but Starfall just deleting their health pool there. Masquerade throwing Dequaza to get away. Level 16's being picked up same time. Schwimpy moving forward.
Gul'dan took so much damage there that the healers, man, like, I'm not saying Gul'dan's fault, but yeah, he got caught in the Ring of Frost, but the healers did so much work to try and keep him alive that unfortunately he did end up falling. But yeah, 1-for-1 trade. Mage for me.
Yeah, but all the while, top lane and bottom lane pushing out with these web weavers. But it looks like they're not taking keep damage, and that's probably the best case saloon, as you were saying.
Yes,
or is it worst case saloon? Which bar are we going to for this metaphor?
Who knows? Leoric dies. Leoric's died.
Now, that's a strange place for him to be dying.
To Tracer, no, it's because he was Wraith walking away from Tracer's pulse bomb, is what I'm going to assume. Or Tracer went deep, hit him, and recalled out of there. So, he died by his keep, but Tracer, that's the slippery little bagger that Tracer is.
Was that an Australian accent?
I think that is.
Slippery little bagger.
What? I don't.
Did I say it right?
No. Okay.
Schwimpy on a barbie. Oh my gosh. So it is 95 gems on the red team here at the moment. So they absolutely can get a hand in if they can get a hand in.
No one sniffed it out yet. Okay, they have sniffed it out.
Pre-sniffed there, you see. That was what happened. In comes the owl. That's 7% revelation? Revealed. Anyway, Masquerade taking more damage as he tries to back away.
The red team have to respond to bottom lane, which means that there's a push off of...
Are they going for it? Are they going for it? Well, they just telegraphed it with Schwimpy's actions
What
there.
does the red team do? They don't know what to do. They're like, we've just sent Jaina bottom lane.
It's the throw pit! It's the throw pit! Oh my gosh.
Jaina is still showing bottom lane. Tassadar showing mid. This is very interesting. Jaina is only now rotating, and the bot is half health. Masquerade is showing his hand.
He's revealed it, right. Okay, now the thing is, the Entomb's available. They could actually go in and stop anyone getting into the... they've backed off, they've leashed it.
But is this what the plan was from the blue team? Is get another fight. We want to get your gems out.
Yeah, because they've got 100 gems, you know what I mean? They could steal them.
Very nice.
Oh!
Nice try from Masquerade, but even nicer from Make to smooth himself away from the queue of Grosh. The Groundbreaker, if it's called. Who knows? You decide. Make is going to get flipped, and he dimensional shifts out. The Ring of Frost hits, but it doesn't actually stick anybody in the mud. The Lunar Flare has gone down, or whatever it's called, and that is 2 for nothing so far. Bulgar is still advancing with no health, and that's a lot of gems. They had 100 gems before that engagement. Now they're down to 35.
That is horrendous.
That's the 2 heroes that they wanted to kill off. That is the 2 heroes they wanted to do that to.
That is bad times.
Lunar Flare, what's Tyranda's all called again? I do know.
Starfall.
Starfall, but I'm running on
Starfall has been getting so much value tonight. I mean, absolutely anybody that's been under that has just been getting soaking up all their health pool. It's been horrendous. Anyway, Yeehaw, Berghult and Shrimpy just clearing up this objective. They're going to take the boss. They're going to run it down top. Are they going to wait? Are they going to wait? Well, they've got 57 to hand in, I guess, so... try and time this as best they can. Galnagunnar just defending this on top of his Barco Polo. The thing is, they can't allow the boss to activate before taking it. So he's going for it now. There we go. And then with that, Make will hit the last 17 in.
Oh, this could be Tatty's.
Oh, they need 2. Oh, and there's Galnagunnar with exactly 2.
Masquerade is going to get buffed away.
Oh, but they could get a kill beforehand.
Joanna, though, is very hard to kill. She is getting...
Get a lot of damage here, a lot of damage.
That's a dead Joanna with the Ring of Frost, but they've used so much.
Schwimpy!
In and out, ducking and diving, dicking and diving.
You see how he was just all over Jaina, but if they get Schwimpy back, they do. Okay, that's good. Unfortunately, for them, though, they've got a boss pushing down top lane, and that's going to be followed by a complete Webweaver phase. So this is bad news bears from the Last Chance Saloon. Okay, what are they going to do here, Jabroni? And Storm Talent's coming in as well. They're at a disadvantage, even if they do have an additional hero over their opponents.
Oh, Goban has been thrown, but the Lunar Flare gets him out of there. The Starfall again is healing everybody up, and the wall is stopping MVP Dequaza from getting out of there.
Oh, very well played by Dequaza to escape that. I don't think this is game ending yet. I actually feel like they might still stand a chance. And hey, if there was ever a team that was going to surprise us, I think it might be this team.
We do see this sometimes on this map, more than most, where you don't have enough for hand in, but you have control, so you can't actually do anything. You can't finish the game. There's only the one camp mid lane, and there's the easy camp bot lane, and so you can't do anything. You've already got the boss, but you don't have enough. You have 4 gems. You can't hand in. can't hand in for a long time. All the lanes are really pushed because you've taken all the forts. You've taken a keep. You can't soak top lane. You can't get gems from top lane, so you are kind of stuck. This game can come back to bite you.
Yeah,
this map, sorry.
They've still got a web weaver phase themselves. We see here that both teams picking up their bruiser camps. Well, just one of the teams picking up their bruiser camps. I thought they picked it at the same time, but still got a 2-minute cooldown. They could pay. They could pay. Both teams have the storm talents. And hey, remember, buried alive. Oof. You take 110 damage every second you're in there, plus you're silenced.
Silence is massive. Silence is golden, they say, actually.
Schwimpy's taking bottom camp, adding more additional pressure. That could take the bottom keep, giving them just that bit more of an edge that they need to push on. They don't have the 61 gems they require. The team say cheese. They don't have the gems they need. Oh, taking a lot of damage for Masquerade here.
Fear gets him into the back line while Joanna is stopping the aggression from the damage dealers of the red team. And now the Blessed Shield goes on to Dequaza.
He's used it. Oh my gosh. I think that's it. They're going to be able to run core now from top lane. Tobos. Oh no! Cut off by the force wall. And with that, all hope of a pay-in. There goes the last 20 gems. Schwimpy is on banana each, like nobody's business. Force wall stopping him getting away. Galnagunner has been such a player for this team.
The wall, the force wall as well, having that cooldown level.
Sorry, I'm thinking Galnagunner's putting out the force walls. He's not. Of course, it's Maki that's doing that. Maki has been game-changing with those force walls. Anyway, that's 60% and falling. Game number 2, falling in favour of Say Cheese.
We're going the distance, 1-1.
Yep. And if I knew somebody that was happy about that, it is Jabroni Bro. GGGGGGs. Yeah, boy. Oh, my word. Oh, my day. Oh, my damn. So, let's get a look at those all-important statistics. Yeah.
It's the
You can talk about them if you want, Jabroni.
That's who won, and that's who. Yeah, the blue team winning with 15 kills to 6. Tassadar down 0 times. The dimensional shift coming in very, very handy there. The talents, if you so want to see them, you can see that Galnagunner loves that level 20, going on it a million times, because why wouldn't you if you want to auto attack to reduce your cooldown?
What's this? Galnagunner's. You're talking about the Ice Blade arrows.
Ice Blade arrows he's done. And as sarcasm detected, it said either infinite Archon or infinite Force Walls. Yeah, Force Wall, what is it, a 4-second cooldown, 2-second cooldown? Go hover the 20. It takes it down to, reduced by 5 seconds, so it's a 3-second cooldown, I believe. Yeah, 3-second cooldown for a non-moving wall that sits for 2 seconds.
That you can't shoot or do anything with.
So you can pop your unstoppable as a garrosh, but then you're still walled in. It's minging. And you can see why he used to be first ban every time. I think it was Fnatic that used to ban him. It's fucking, yeah, so it's cool. So do we know where we're going for the last map? Does anybody know? Does anybody know? Do you know, Halloween?
Everybody now knows. It's Cursed Hollow, and it's been chosen by... What do the photographers say? However, first pick on the map is going to looking for team for Div S, and that's the story there, folks. So this is going the distance. This is going the distance.
Yay.
So if you type exclamation match in the chat now, it will work.
Yes.
And if you type exclamation Div S in the chat, that will also work. And if you type exclamation bracket in the chat, that will also work. I've got it all working. It's all working.
It's all working.
It's almost like we've got a producer working. By the way, I'd like to at some point figure out how to elevate. I can't do it from here, but we will elevate Honya in the chat so that she can sort this out in our chat for us. Because if she's going to be hanging about here whilst we're casting these Divisions games, we might as well get her working. Gosh darn it. I would say that's the way to go. But with a 1-1 best of 3 here, this is going the distance. Exciting stuff.
We're going to hopefully get into this action. ASAP Rocky and the rest of the ASAP crew. ASAP Berg is another one. And we're just wanting to get you there, always striving and prospering to bring you the best game thing ever.
Yeah, are you just pointing out that somebody who's just joining Game 3 for no reason?
No, I was trying to think of the best viewing experience.
So this is 5 litres of water. When did you? Is this the one you started yesterday?
Yes.
Okay. So you've taken 24 hours to drink 5 litres of water.
Well, yes, 2 days. It's
But then you've probably had other water outside of that as well.
yes, of course. You can't just drink 5 litres over 2 days. Come on. But
So-
no, this is starting the cast. You pop a cold one with the boys, and you know what they say. Saturdays with the boys.
I drink these
the boys.
Lucozades, which are nice.
Full of
but
sugar,
but
just full of sugar.
You got me it.
I got you out your fridge. I got you out your fridge, my man.
But they're anyway. I'll be drinking them. But the way the bottle works is you use one hand to open the top, and then I kind of drink it like this. And everyone's got me so like I've got a complex about it now because they were like, you're drinking it like a baby's bottle.
Oh yeah. Well, just do it with one hand next time, right? And then catch any drips underneath. Catch any drips. Okay, very nice. So did you catch any drips?
I just realised where you're going with this. Oh, you are a horrible person.
So we are going the distance, and this, for me,
That's so fun.
I love Cursed Hollow. It's a guilty pleasure, and I say guilty pleasure because on one hand I am absolutely starving, and I need to eat my dinner. I need my nutritional goodness.
You need that.
But on the
nutrition.
other hand, I want to see a Cursed Hollow game, and I want
Yeah.
you to see a Cursed Hollow game.
I think this is the first Cursed Hollow of the night.
Yes,
it is,
for
yeah.
us at least, it is definitely
Yeah.
the first. Ben Obi-Wan42 is following. What's
happened there? Ben Obi-Wan.
Ben Obi-Wan?
Yep.
Not
Thank
Ben
you.
Obi-Wan.
Ben Obi.
Ben.
Yeah. Ben Obi-Wan.
Yeah. 42.
42.
What's
Yeah.
42 stand for? Tell us. Let us know what 42 is in because I wonder if that's a reference to another Star Wars ting.
Well, it could also be a reference to the answer to the universe.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Into the game draft we are going, and as I said before, you've got
What did you say
ZZZ
before?
playing Schwimpy.
Oh yes, for anyone that's just tuning in, this is going to be Galnagunner, the MVP of All Hallows Cup number 2, playing with 2 members of the Swedish national team, which is Yeeha and Berghult. Berghult playing tank. And there it is, Ben Obi-Wan42 now following. Thanks very much for the follow. And ZZZ is actually Schwimpy from Fnatic, and Maki is the player from Monkey Menagerie. So they're all Swedish, and they're all doing very well. And on Team 2 is MVP de Quasar Masquerade, which is the famous French player, 35th in Grandmaster at the moment. Tobos, who's been playing some amazing damage for them. Nesdip and Banana. Banana H. Banana what?
Banana.
That's the H at the end. That's what he's trying to say there. Anyway, for people at home, if you want to support this division, this is actually the first qualifier weekend leading into the league. If you want to support it, you can type !div S in the chat, and you'll be given a link where you can join the crowdfunding, or you can type !bracket and see where we are in the bracket. As I say, this is the semi-finals. One of these teams will move on to the finals, and regardless. Oh, sorry, there's just some technical difficulties going on here. I just want to see what's going on. Hold on.
We're good. You don't need to worry about it. We're just moving because there's only so many spectator spots. So with people looking to see it, it's not like CSGO where you can just kind of watch the game as it's played out from your own what do you call it?
I see.
Ting. So it's all good in the hood, and we are just waiting to go into the draft so I can get my food after. Do you have anything to say about that competition? Because I'm going to run for the hills as soon as this match is over.
Well, basically, once we finish this, we're going to pass back to one of the senior casters, as I'm going to describe it, who will be taking you on for the finals. And we will then be joining you again next weekend for the Division S qualifiers again. So let's just see what happens. Okay. No, we're just, as I say, we're just getting ready. This is the overview once again for those of you that just need a reminder. It's been 1-for-1, both teams winning a match. We can see what maps we've been going through here. This map, of course, was selected by the, what does the photographer say? Because Looking for Team for Div S opted for first pick. So both teams have opted, when given the advantage, they've opted for first pick in the draft over map selection. So very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And, yes. Thanks.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right, we're going in.
We're going in. Yay.
There we go. Somebody's getting hangry. You're getting far too hangry for this, Jabroni. Far too hangry. I just can't hack it. It's too much. It's too much. There we go. Okay. Oh, by the way, thank you for following Beowulf04. Thanks very much. Okay, welcome along. This is game number 3. We've been following this series. We've been following What Does the Photographer Say all night. And this is game number 3 as we move into this series. So, on the right, hang on the right in red we have Looking for Team for Div S, and on the left, this is easy, this is reversed, so it freaks me out a little. On the left in blue we have What Does the Photographer Say, and we're seeing Zertul and Mayev banned again. That's the same bands as last time.
It was the same bands as last time.
Are we going to see Galnagunnar take Tyrande again, or are we going to see it banned?
I'd be very surprised if we didn't see it. It's just the setup from the main tank to the Lunar Flare has just been continuation of play all night, and it has just been working and more working. So Looking for a Team for Div S say, hey, we don't want to get not cheesed again. It's not cheese, but you know, the Tracer Tassadar combo is not something you see very often, and when it did come out, it absolutely did bits in the last match. So let's ban out the Tracer, who can chase you down on these really long laned maps like Cursed Hollow.
Cursed Hollow.
So what do you... So Abathur has also been banned out.
Don't call his name, don't call his name, it's Ali Hanzo. Hanzo has been priority pick every game, every match, every series. I'm actually looking forward to when he's not picked. But
yes.
It's very... Well, do you know what? You could excite me by bringing in meme dragons, which we see Smexy do whenever he plays it in streaming or whatever, but I suppose you just cannot get away from the correct ult, which is Dragon's Arrow. Anyway, thanks very much for the follow, Vlad57950. For doing so, you've been awarded 10 points, which can be used in our loyalty giveaways, which happen frequently, but not this weekend. We're seeing Diablo, the Lord of Terror, the biggest biceps in the game, followed by Malfurion. Now, Malfurion's been picked every game by this team. Every game. And they've always taken Tranquility, because, as you're saying, it's the wind-up, right?
Well, no, you know that a Malfurion's going to either look... If he walks in, he's going to look for a Twilight Dream, so you can just blow him up, or he starts wind up, so you can get him done.
Get him done, mate. Get him done.
We do get the ban. So it's
there's Genji.
Abathur, the global soaking mobility that Abathur brings with the top hat. You don't want to face it, so get rid of him. Get the Genji gone and get Garrosh banned. That's for Looking for a Team for Div S, banned Garrosh because they have their tank, they have their Diablo. Although Say Cheese did manage to pull out a very nicely played Joanna in the last game, so there is still that ability, and there's still the Muradin. Harder to hit this setup stun, but I mean, still on the table for non-killing. But I do like the fact that the Haka has been picked on a map this big, where you have a global ability, and it then forces the other team to at least think about having a global ability.
We've seen Tyrael before. We haven't seen him tonight, but we've seen him before, and Sanctification obviously is an incredible ability. In the very first the very first Heroes of the Storm Championship, prior to the HGC, what are you laughing at?
In the very first World War.
Well, I did say World War. I was going to say World of Warcraft. That's what threw me. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
In the very first, because it wasn't HGC, the very first pre-HGC World Championship for Heroes of the Storm, they had Tyrael, and I remember James Baker, the breakaway, said then that there'll never be a place where Tyrael isn't in the meta. Like, he'll always be there because of Sanctification. And if you pair that with Thrall's Earthquake with Earth and Shields, you have a humongous amount of healing potential. And Tyrande's Hunter's Mark at level 20 with the Starfall. She's taken Starfall every game. She's always got damage there. Tychus, however, is a surprise, but I suppose that'll eat into the two tanks there in Diablo and Dequaza. Right, Jabroni, we've only got 10 seconds. Who's draft and why?
I'm going to go with the left-hand side again. They don't have the tank to set up the stun for Tyrande, but Thrall with his roots will be enough, I assume. So I'll go with...
Well, remember, Dequaza's got the Howling Blast, and then Masquerade can follow it up. So, I mean, there's a lot of damage there with there's a lot of damage with the Hanzo and Jaina. I mean, Nesdip... do you know what? Nesdip got caught out earlier in game number 1 playing Jaina, didn't he? On Infernal Shrines, he got caught out big time.
Possibly, I can't remember. It's all a blur right now.
Everything's a blur?
Everything's a blur. But I just think it's going to be very difficult for Malfurion to heal.
Okay, well, welcome along to game number 3 of our best of 3 series, featuring on the left in blue, it's Team Say Cheese, is Galnagunnar as the Elune's Priestess. It is Tyrande. We've got Berghult on Tyrael, the Archangel of Justice, Maka as the Dahaka, Yeeha as Marco Polo's rider there, Tychus, and we have on Thrall is Schwimpy, playing on the account called ZZZ. Jabroni, would you like to introduce our team on the right, which is looking for team for Div S?
Yes, on the... Nestip is playing the Jaina. Very nice, zooming in. Banana is playing the Malfurion. Dobos is playing the Hanzo. Diablo is being played by Masquerade, who could have forgot, and MVP Dequaza is playing the Arthas.
And that's going to be our 2 teams. Let's get a look at those level 1s. Well, not all of them have even been selected because we're only 12 seconds in, but or 8 seconds in rather. Elune's chosen, no surprise. Justice for All. Is that the right one, Jabroni?
Well, I'm not going to ever say, no, it's not the right one. These people are professional players or near enough. And that's what, I'm pretty sure, I can't remember who it was, but they said, my build for Tyrael, it may have been Caterpillar for X-Temple Storm Tank, who said, what you do is you go Justice for All, and then it doesn't matter what other talents you go. That's what he says. It's Justice for All is the only level 1 for Tyrael. But I'm being told in my ear that for the average male, around 3.7 of liters of water as a daily intake should be enough. But in the question,
why are you saying it quietly? Read it out loudly.
Than just a magic number. So for 5 liters in 2 days might be enough. And you get your liquid.
Yeah,
so
what Jabroni mumbled his way through there was trying to say thank you, Honya, for coming up with that medical facts for us, because...
knowing that I drink enough fluids is what it was.
She's just concerned about you. She's concerned about you. She wants to make sure that you're drinking enough fluids. And that's a noble thing, I would say. So, there we go. It's a good thing someone's able to resume this match. LOL is what was just called there. So, there we go.
5, 4, 3...
Hey, if there was ever a time to pause like that, it's before the match starts. Out comes this owl. Let's see if it connects. Is it going to hit?
Always does. I love it that Masquerade, and then there's the pings. Masquerade was like, I'll tank it. I'm not tanking it, you get it. And then you get the pings. The new pings is what it'll have to be called.
That's it.
So the blue team are looking for the rotation, which is going to be... Oh, I thought it was going to be Hanzo. I actually thought it was going to be Hanzo for a second there. But the blue team looking for the rotator to try and kill him.
Fear. That's the Breeze talent. We're going to go. Oh, in comes another owl. Doodly 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 doodly. Oh, swing and a miss.
Although it does go the entire length of the map, which could be construed as a positive because it means that you get to see the entire length of the matches, the maps. Thingy, if it just hit a guy, 2 meters away, then you wouldn't see all the way down to the bottom of the map to see how the team was spread out.
Indeed.
So the gank did not work for the blue team. They're just going to go back to the mid lane is what it looks like. Maki, the global solo laner, is actually in the middle lane. I wonder if he's just going to remain there until the objective is shown, which you can see is on the top end. So he's burrowed go bottom, because Jaina has...
Oh, can't you make out the tongue's coming in?
Oh my days. And Maki could actually die to this, because Malf's going to put the roots down.
The roots are in, the tower's out. Oh my word, what a turn up for the books. Turn down for what? Boop, boop. That was mental. Oh, and they did the spray just to say, hey, I am Banana. That was brilliant.
Very nice play from the dodge tongue. I was going to say mist tongue, but it wasn't even dodge. The Duke from Jaina managed to save it. It goes, hey, I know what you're going to try and do. You're going to try and tongue me to death, and I'm not going to allow that.
had to put out a oof, that's totally jabroni. That was just epic. Well done, well done. So level 4 is coming in early on the side of looking for teams. So let's see what they go for here. We need to see the fire stomp talent here for Dibbles. See if he takes it. Level 4 is coming in for the other team as well. W build there. Oh, and it's a shadow charge. Okay.
W for Hanzo, who probably wants to help burn this Bastion. And what have we got for Ia on the? It's in the rhythm, isn't it? Yeah, it's in the rhythm.
He is taken in the rhythm. So that's going to constantly give him more damage.
Massive stun there. Again from the Lunar Flare of Tyrande. He'll be getting carpal tunnel or repetitive strain injury from playing just Tyrande.
Do you think?
Just Tyrande. He'll, do you know what I mean? He'll be like, oh my god. He'll be playing other heroes later tonight, and he'll be like, oh, where's my Lunar Flare? Where's my Lunar Flare? It's like, you're playing Malfurion, man.
Listen, if you've never had the nightmarish dreams of repetitive behaviour because you've been playing one hero over and over, then you've not played them enough. In comes the Lunar Flare, stunning Masquerade. Maka trying to get vengeance for his previous death there as he's circling his opponents. In comes Hanzo, little late to the party, but the Sonic Arrows can interrupt Schwimpe, who immediately starts capping again. Oh, but that missed. Oh, but the Firestorm stomped
very
it.
Nice Firestorm. I think this is a dead Daka because the essence has already been burned way before the team fight even started. Well,
Masquerade now taking the cap. He's going to be interrupted. He passes over to Tobos, who then gets a chain lightning to stop him, capturing it again. Berghult throwing Eldruin's might.
Berghult may have to suicide for this. Is he going to go? Is he going to go? Oh, Lunar Flare hits perfectly. And Tobos is immediately going to start capping again. But nobody... Oh, there is the owl.
The owl. Very good play. Tobos decides he needs to get his damage in. Is he going to take Maka again? And Maka falls!
But MVP Dayquaza is falling super low, and that's Arthas dead, and then Lunar Flare landing with the bunch up for Tyrael. Jaina
How is
Nesdip
Nesdip alive? How is he still alive?
50 health, but now Tychus is running for his lifeis.
Tychus is running for his lifeis, indeed. Schwimpy takes a Moonfire to the dome.
Oh, there was some link up of talents there with the Thrall and the Lunar Flare, so I don't know if there's enough in the back. Oh, and Masquerade managing to stay so far away.
Oh, but Maka can burrow right back in. It is very fortunate that looking for team managed to get another kill there.
Maka's dead.
Is he going to die again?
Maka's dead.
It's actually pronounced Mac. No. I was trying to make it Slake, but it's not, is it?
That is a crazy first objective. That went on for a lot longer than you'd normally see, and level 7s have been picked up.
But do you know what surprises me? Only one person has died on according to the thing at the top there, but I thought several people had died.
No, one person had been. That's kills. See, you're getting this now as well. Unity as well.
I'm losing my brain.
You're losing your brain. So that is one kill. That is the one death of Arthas from the blue team to the red team.
Oh yeah.
And the 5 kills were dished out by looking for a team.
So what
for
I'm
the
hearing here is I am not hydrated enough like you.
And you need more sustenance in your face.
In my why does it need to be in my face?
Mouth.
In my.
But how are you going to eat it? The South Park episode? How are you going to eat food if you're not going to use your face? There you go. Think on that.
Okay, Banana is going for the tribute, and his colleagues managed to take the arrow, but he still walks off the tribute. He could have maybe capped it there.
Berghult doesn't fancy this, and now they're too late to join the party. Yeah, that's 2 tributes for looking for a team for Div S. That's big. That's putting them in a nice area, because if level 10s are just around the corner on the next tribute, you don't even need to go for it. It's giving you this grace period where you're like, we can get curse point when we want that.
Yeah, they could opt not to go for it, go for the boss instead, and then steal their opponent's boss, because they can't contest because they've got level 10s and they're 2 tributes up.
Yeah, that's what I was speaking about. I mean, it may not happen because of how long the first objective went on for, but yeah, you do see that when one team is level 9.5 and the tribute has just spawned, and they're like, well, we've got to fight for the tribute. And it's like, you don't actually. You can give them this one tribute on, the red team can give the blue team the one tribute because it's not going to do anything. So this is what we're going to see. This is perfect for looking for a team.
Now, there's 3 people down here, and Schwimpy's by himself, but I don't think he's going to risk going out enough.
Oh, it's going to be difficult. If MVP Dayquaza could land a what is it? The Howling Blast. They could have.
I don't think
stopped
that
Patties,
they'd never
but
kill. Well, I suppose they've got the route immediately after it. They could actually stack them up. And it looks like level 10s have came in. So what we're seeing here is Army of the Dead, Dragon's Arrow, Tranquility, Epoch, and Ring. So we've got that age-old combo of the Ring to Epoch, Epoch to the Ring.
This could be a tribute straight out because it's going to be hard for Tyrande and Tyrael and Tychus to get through that little choke point against a. Epoch.
Oh my gosh! Shadow Charge to Roots to Blizzard to.
The tongue in the backline though. Jaina has been isolated as well. She is running for his life. Tranquility has been popped. The ring has gone down, but nobody's dying. There is a 4-man in the Sanctification. The root goes out onto Masquerade, and Masquerade on the Diablo is dead.
There we go. That was a very good counter-attack by the opponents there in the form of Say Cheese.
Nice.
Nesdip running for his life against Gia. Oh my, 25 health. But
So
what's
he had
happening
50
down here?
health last time. But double Lunar Flare, that's why you go. The root comes out from the Arth, it's over the wall. But
He obviously didn't have natural agility left, otherwise he could have maybe done something there.
Jaina has got out, right? She got out on 50 health at the top objective, and that time she got out with 25 health. So keep watching because you might see a 1 health Jaina running.
Hoping that her high heels don't break because that would kill her.
Yes.
My
If
word.
that was the case, yeah, it's a very nice. They managed to keep themselves in this game on the side of say cheese. I know that's not what they want to be called because they think it's cheese, but it's okay. But very, very nice.
So they're
plays.
now going for the boss. This is the play to make, but I would say that their opponents are doing the exact same thing, and now they're aware of what their other team are doing because they threw that all out. So let's see what happens. It's level 11 to level 11. It's 6 takedowns to 4, and it's all to play for. The next tribute is Curse Point, though, so they can afford to not push with the boss. And I would say that the HTC team down here cannot afford to not go for the tribute. They have to go.
Can't go, but they do have this Dahaka who can continuously push in the bottom lane while it's stalled out and then burrow in, which is very nice. It can give you a nice XP boost if you get these turrets down, and it can give the boss a nice run for the keep. So very interesting to see. But they're going very aggressive. Blood for blood already used on the Diablo, and there goes the Sundering. Tranquility is had to be popped. So is Army of the Dead, but he's fallen super low. The Dragon's Arrow hits, and the Sanctification goes down. And
Oh my gosh. Arthas has done very good to stay alive. Yeah, absolutely. We are Fred, thanks for the follow there. Bergholt going to be the next to go, is he?
Bergholt dies again, but yeah, the Jaina has died. Will he get his blow-up trait value? He does. Now Tobos is trying to get away. He's got one jump, but maybe he does not. He dies to the big boy Arthas ulti.
Okay.
Gal the Gunner could have been sniffed out and killed there by Diablo if Diablo was aware that that was
So it's 2 for 2 in terms of tributes, and both bosses pushing down their respective lanes.
50% health and 50% health, both equally in tune with each other.
Yeah. I would say, well, that wasn't in tune the way you said that, but of course, who's going to pick up on that? Not our producer that's in the chat. But yeah, once again, during that team fight, we got a follow there. Thanks very much, We Are Fred, for tuning in. You've been awarded with 10 points for doing so, and you can use them in our loyalty point giveaways, which occur frequently on the channel. So stay tuned, remember to come back, and you might get some freebies. Level 13 talents picked up by both teams. What we got there, Jabrones?
They're definitely talents.
Shattered armor, so we're seeing more of the kind of Howling Blast build coming in there with Arthas, and it's been cookie cutter all night for Galnagunner. Same talents every game, but the thing is, like, when it's working for him, why change? He's getting a lot of work done with that Tyrande. Just, it's sick. Schwimpy has been doing very good off the back of the heals that he's getting from Galnagunner.
And you've got the spell armor for Tychus as well, because they got rid of the usage of that's the stuff or whatever it was, the one that healed you as Tychus. So he has now spell armor against a big boy Hanzo ulti as well. Oh, sorry, a Jaina ulti.
So this is a 5v4 at the moment because, oh no, Dahaka's borrowed in. Where is he? There he is. Maki coming in with a tongue, but he misses it on Nesdip.
Nesdip managing to juke again as the Dahaka.
Masquerade starting the cap. They're interrupted by the owl.
Interrupt. Maki is getting chunked by everybody and can't really just walk through them all.
Tobos almost caught it, but Schwimpy's now moved into position.
Masquerade's getting a fat D from Tychus, and there goes the Sundering Sanctification goes out, and the silence is on to Diablo, and Diablo is dead low.
That is an incredible Dragon's Arrow that came out there, but it was just countered so heavily by the Starfall. Down goes Maki. Is Berghult going to be the next to fall? He is. An amazing duck juke and dive from Tobos there, but now he's left his friends where they don't want to be, like in the back of a Volkswagen.
Quasar is going to feel the force of this Odin as well. But Tobos has come to join the fight because he thinks he can take Galen.
Oh my gosh, not like that he can't. He's taking huge amounts of damage. His natural agility is just up enough for him to escape there. Nesdip dodging the wolf.
No one's capped yet.
Oh, that was close. Tobos could have died.
Oh no, this could spell the end of the line for Jaina.
But Quasar's got enough health. He can maybe do something here.
He has health. I wouldn't say no. I wouldn't necessarily say. Oh, thank God, I just found it. Okay, Jay.
In comes the stun that isn't going to be enough to save. Oh, now Masquerade's went where he doesn't want to be.
And silence has gone out. The isolation, the tongue does hit, and that is a.
I don't think
Diablo.
Masquerade should have went in. I think he, and also the timing there from the bush. It's easy to say this when we're not there. You know what I mean? We don't know what their vision was like at the time, but it looked like that Arthas shouldn't have engaged quite the way he did. He could have used his Q at range. Death Coil, I think it's called.
Death Coil, is that what it's called? So Thrall's going the wolf at level 16, by the way. I don't actually know what that does. So it's a percentage based. Instead of going for the double, the what do you call it, the slow, it ties in well with your level 1. But that's one to try in your games, folks.
We've seen this with Thrall twice now tonight. I think he's went these unusual wolf talents. Because we saw him take Frostwolf back at level 4 before, and now he's taking it again. So you can just throw more wolves. I think that's what he's going for. And with those more wolves, he can do percentage-based damage. Okay,
and
so
rooting them for longer because you don't have the CC of a main tank in Tyrael.
There's only 10 seconds left, but it looks like they're going for a camp invade. Masquerade trying to sniff it out, but he knows where he shouldn't go.
That is big to have. You've got to keep in the top lane. That is the curse that you want. If you've got to keep this late in the game from a curse, that is bonus.
I'm not going to rule them out. I'm not going to rule out looking for Team for Divs.
No, you can't.
If they get one curse and they run it down top, mid, or bottom, they could still end the game. Absolutely.
They're on curse point for the next team fight.
Both bosses are up as well. You know what I mean? They could if they could steal the bottom boss, then take their own. They could easily take this game. But Masquerade's just telegraphed to the opponents that he's there by that owl, so they're going to be in a defensive position here, like in front of a Volkswagen.
Yeah, so this is actually very good, I guess you could say, for looking for a team for Divesh, because
I don't know. This is. I'm going quiet because this is such a tense stalemate. This is for the semi-finals, moving through to the finals. Because if this team wins this, then wins the finals, they're guaranteed a place in the league. So they're running for a shot for the 15k. Like that is good.
Tongue goes out, but and there goes the isolation. The Ring of Frost goes, but it hits nobody, unfortunately, and the Sanctification has been burnt. They're chasing down Arthas in the bottom lane, who has popped Army of the Dead, but he will die. The Tongue has hit, and believe that's Jaina. Diablo dives in with the APOC, but he's going to confirm a kill. He gets the hacker.
Oh my word.
Jaina does die to the Tychus, though. Jaina has died, and it looks like Banana Head is the next to go.
I don't know why he ran back in there. He could have maybe went round the...
Pathing's the way it does. The game does it. He didn't run back in. It's the pathing, that's my guess. But Masquerade is doing bits, keeping himself alive for as long as he is. But no,
and with that, I'm almost certain that's GG. The team are just going to run down top, or go through the wall and just run down
the
bottom.
wall with the least health. Run through it. You don't have.
This is it.
To worry about. Oh my God, Tyrael is going to die. You're going to die.
Tyrael is dead. Masquerade's back up. Oh my gosh.
This might not be the game. Tribute is spawning here. Although that is blood for blood with a lunar flare on your face. Blood for blood, lunar flare on your face. You're dead. Masquerade is doing bits though.
He is doing bits as you moved into more of a Glaswegian accent.
70% core.
I actually thought this was game. This might not be game.
What? Look at him run. He's running for his life. Oh God. Does he have one jump?
Oh, he's got it. He's got it. He's got it. And he's down. Huge value. They can get boss now. They've got 3 dead. They could get boss now, and they know it. They know it like. They know stuff.
Thankfully, though, you do have a Dahaka. Sorry to not point it out. On the bottom lane, Dahaka has managed to burrow in, grab that objective so they aren't getting cursed with a boss. So it's massive. Everyone should be back up. Maybe Tychus won't be back up.
I genuinely thought that was the game, and I'm sure all the viewers at home thought that as well.
GG's nearly called in the chat. Do you know what I mean? If you're dead and you're like, oh, that's GG, but guess what? You've got
Turn up for the
Masquerade
books.
on the Diablo. Masquerade can do what he wants to you. You saw it. He manhandles, he overpowers, and he shadow charges your face. And that's what he did.
He can shadow charge any part of your body that he wants because he's Masquerade.
He is, and that is amazing plays from him. So they're going for the invade of the boss because they know that the rotation will have to come out for the boss. On the
Well,
top
they also still have a dead Tychus.
They do
Even
have
though they've got
yes.
the level 20 advantage, it would still, no matter what, start off as a 5v4. As long as they do it as quick as they can. Masquerade's trying to get in on the point. The root comes out from Shrimpy, but it's not enough. Now they've got a boss in top lane, they've got a boss in bottom lane, but Masquerade's forcing a fight here. Bergholt's going to be the next. Oh no, he's not.
What a
Sanctification.
sundering, hitting 4 people. Tychus is now joining the fight, although Jaina has died, Malf has died, Diablo has died, Tyrael did die, but he's getting his trait value on Dayquaza, who has popped his army of the dead. That sundering is a game changer. That changed the game, 100%. Tongue goes out, and that is Arthas, and now it's got to be GG. But that sundering was insane. That hit everybody.
It was massive. It was massive. Schwimpy's sundering pretty much defined that team fight. Now, the thing is, on the side of the opposing team, they had a boss try and do something top. They had a boss.
Thrall dies again. They're moving between it. The massive tongue stop in Tobos, and that is GG. No way, no way, no way.
No how, no way, no how, no way, no how. That is it. I'm calling it now. Calling it now. What team's that? Blue. There we go.
If you update now, though, will it update on the thing?
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter because everyone can see it.
Everybody can see it.
And it is very nicely done.
Wow. G a G.
23 kills to 15. That was the highest kill game I think we've witnessed tonight.
Yeah.
And in getting involved was the keep twice.
Yeah. Aye, the core, you mean?
No, it was the 2 keeps. They were passing between
Oh, yeah.
these forks. It was going.
Wow. So, people, let's just get a quick look at the statistics there. That is what we were seeing. Huge value there. 23 takedowns to 15. That is a massive amount there. Absolutely massive. And if we have a look over at the talents, this is what each player was taking. Just massive. Absolutely massive. And for those of you that are keen to see exactly how it was done, this was the map bans and selections across that 3 games in that series. So very exciting stuff there. So once again, thanks very much everyone for tuning in. My name's Halloween. As always, to my left is Marco.
Jabroni.
That's it. Absolutely. And we will be back next week to carry on with the second part of Division S's qualifiers. And by that time, we'll have some points. We'll have some standings. So we can demonstrate them in a similar format to this. This is Division 1. And as of Division 1 in Heroes Lounge, you can see that some of these teams moved on from Division 1 into the qualifiers for Division S. So exciting stuff indeed. Well, we're actually showing Memeldor's Meme Machines, who had a perfect score there, 10-0. They had a perfect score, but they lost in round 4. They lost against the team there, the photographers, Seichis, who then managed to do very well there and pass on to the finals. So exciting stuff indeed. But yeah, I'm just being reminded by Honya there to talk about the Masters Clash event. Some of you may have noticed on Twitter or in other possible media locations recently that there has been an announcement of a new European tournament that is to be played at some point this summer, which is the Masters Clash, which should have about 15,000 euros of currency put into it, and will culminate all the way to a live event which will have an audience between 200 to 300 people, with all the teams progressing in a single elimination tournament, very similar to like the Western Clash or Eastern Clash or the Mid-Season Brawl, which we saw in the HGC. Very, very, very exciting stuff. But because it looked so similar to the HGC, and because it looked so high profile and high quality, that some people gained suspicion. Now, I've certainly been in touch with the organisers themselves to say, look, there are very suspicious people here, and it's easy to dispel this suspicion by simply going in front of them and telling them who you are, because it just looked Honya's calling you out in the chat there. That is brilliant. Yeah, so it's easy to dispel this just by telling them who the organisers are, who's applying for the Blizzard licence and everything. And I'm glad to say that when I done some research into this and spoke with the main organiser myself, that it would appear that the organiser actually previously had a contract to perform a live tournament for a week inside Disney Village as part of Disneyland Paris, as a marketing element for Heroes of the Storm back in 2017. So he is actually, I suppose, an experienced, certified, high-profile events organizer, and with that, there is some encouragement for the possibility of this actually happening. But for it to actually happen, I think he needs to gain some more financial funding, and that's why he was trying to crowdsource at least some of it. But there is sponsors like Accor Hotels and some other ones that are involved, so we'll just see how it goes. But how do you say this guy's name again?
Pass.
Malganer is how I've always said it. Malganer, the French caster, he's partnered with the tournament to contribute his casting potential as a native Frenchman himself. So it makes sense that he gets involved. I think we are likely to get involved ourselves, me and Jabroni, and we'll go over and we'll cast at the event if it happens. But it was just to say, if you see this and people are being suspicious of it, it looks like it is in fact legit, as they would say. But more info to follow on that side of things. Okay, well listen, thanks very much for being involved. I've been Halloween. Who have you been?